loose out of the hands of Allen Rossum.
Boy, outstanding kickoff coverage from the Eagles. Watch the wedge get blown up, first of all. And then Sheldon Brown, step for step. That ball just popped out by himself while he was trying to elude Sheldon Brown. And see the job Sheldon Brown does on Rossum of dragging him away from the ball so that his teammates could pursue and get it.
The Eagles 1st and 10 at the Falcons 11-yard line. McNabb handing off to Correll Buckhalter. Ran into his own man. Pulls his way across the 5 to the 4-yard line. Picked up 7 on the play. Chris Draft, number 54, with a tackle.
Well, after a bye week where you've made a ton of changes to your defense via structure and in the secondary, you're trying to find a spark to rebuild your team, to get them going. At 1-6, you're looking for anything that might be a positive. And after the bye week to start off like that on the opening kickoff.
Wow. 2 tight ends for the Eagles. Chad Lewis left, L.J. Smith right. Buckhalter dives forward close to the 2-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 3 and bring up a 3rd and 2. That's got to be a tough way to start a game, Bill, for the Atlanta Falcons, as you mentioned.
Well, especially when you're 1-6. You know, when you're 1-6, Sam, negativity just keeps on coming at you. And it gets to the point where you're looking for bad things to happen in the game instead of just when they happen, just keep on worrying about what you're doing and overcoming.
2 tight ends to the right for the Eagles. John Ritchie is the fullback. Buckhalter, the running back, and McNabb, the throw being rushed and hit. Hit as he threw. It's incomplete. Kevin McAdam, the second-year safety out of Virginia Tech, came in from the blind side and slammed McNabb.
Yeah, watch McAdam. He's up top here, number 47. See him sneaking up in here. Now, this is the weak side of protection, and no back comes over this side to pick him up. He's scot-free. Excellent call by design by Wade Phillips. He stacked over away from the strength of the formation. Not enough bodies there to pick it up.
21-yard field goal attempt for David Akers, who is 7 for 8 this season, making 8 for 9. So the Eagles fail to get the 7 points that they would have liked after brilliant field position to start with, but they didn't take it in.
You have to capitalize on that. I mean, when you get that turnover right there in the start of the game, your offense has to take the field and capitalize on it. Outstanding job by the defense. Put with their backs against the wall off of this missed bobble right there is all it was. And then, hey, when you can take the field defensively with your back against the wall like that, your goal line, and hold them to 3 points, that's an outstanding job.
So however demoralized the Falcons might have been, the defense responded and gives them a big lift.
I think so. I mean, that's encouraging. When bad things happen, you kind of say, uh-oh, here we go again. But the defense just took the field there. That new defense, I may add, by structure, 4-3 from the previous 3-4 due to a bunch of injuries. They just took it over. They just took it over and held them there to a field goal, which is outstanding.
The upset man is Allen Rossum. He's still on the sideline because the kickoff will be received by Travis Jervey. The veteran Travis Jervey.
Yeah, I don't, Allen Rossum is a threat anytime he touches the ball. That was just a missed bobble. I don't know if you just go sit him down. It's like what they say, get right back in the saddle. Put him right back in the saddle.
David Akers kicks off, and Travis Jervey moves up and takes it at the 5. Jervey straight ahead, through the wedge and up close to the 30-yard line. Good return. Keith Adams, number 57, tripped him up. So now the second-year quarterback out of Illinois, Kurt Kittner, making his second NFL start. 2 weeks ago, he started against New Orleans, as Doug Johnson has been sat down and Michael Vick is still out. Roberto Garza starts for the injured Travis Claridge at left guard. In the backfield, we'll see a lot of T.J. Duckett. Justin Griffith is the fullback. We'll also see Warwick Dunn. Algie Crumpler will be a big weapon. 2 tight ends for the Falcons. Gone! Kittner's throw is a little high, and it was intended for the tight end, Algie Crumpler, but off his hands. The Eagles, defensively, tough against the run. Corey Simon and Darwin Walker will have to carry the tackle load with Hollis Thomas gone for the season. The linebackers Mark Simoneau, the NFC Defensive Player of the Month for the month of October. Troy Vincent is in the lineup, but Bobby Taylor and Brian Dawkins still out. Warwick Dunn in the backfield now. For Atlanta, Crumpler motion. Draw play to Dunn. Finds the hole, heads for the sideline, and turns it upfield across midfield to the Eagles' 49-yard line.
And that's what he does, and I think they need to utilize him more in their offense. I understand why they went to Duckett, but this guy is a threat as well. And I think when you're struggling and you are 1-6 as a team, somehow, some way, you've got to get your guys that can turn a game around onto the field. I believe Allen Rossum is one of those guys, and I also believe Duckett is too. 2 weeks ago when they played New Orleans, they had that same kind of breakout.
Right. Dunn a pickup of 22. The second play from scrimmage against New Orleans. Dunn had a 69-yard touchdown run. Kittner throwing, it was tipped and falls incomplete.
It was tipped at the line, Sam, and lucky for Philadelphia that was tipped. Another playmaker on their team that they need to get the ball to is Al-J. Crumpler, number 83. I want you to watch him on the seam right here. He is open right off the line of scrimmage, and Kittner tries to get the ball to him right there. See that? But it was tipped at the line of scrimmage and never had the opportunity to get there. But you got to put the ball in your playmakers' hands, guys that can change the game for you.
In motion, Brian Finneran. Again, the delay to Warwick Dunn. Falls forward across the 45. Carlos Emmons made the tackle for the Eagles.
Now this is a little bit of a change for Atlanta, because Atlanta in the first part of the season made T.J. Duckett their starting tailback. And although he was listed as the starter today, so far early on, the runs have come by Warwick Dunn, and he's back in there again.
Peerless Price and Brian Finneran, the wide receivers. Two tight ends are in, Brian Kozlowski and Al-J. Crumpler. 5 defensive backs for the Eagles. Looks like the Eagles jump. Play continues as Kittner throws deep, and it's incomplete. He had Finneran wide open on the sideline. Flags have gone down all over the place. It's going to be offside against the Eagles. Terry McCauley is our referee.
And Kittner, you know, in only his second start.
Offside. Defense. Number 98. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Defensive end Brandon Whiting, the man who jumped offside.
Kittner he had a free shot there, and there was a lot of things that happened on that play before the snap, and he wasn't quite sure where it was. But as a quarterback, you don't worry about anything that's going on around you. Just control what you can. This is only his second start. He wasn't quite sure. He had an open Finneran and didn't get him the ball. You cannot afford those kind of mistakes.
Now, Andy Reid has thrown his challenge flag, and Terry McCauley's gone over, and I read Andy's lips, and he said, I want to challenge something, but I don't know exactly what he would be challenging here.
Well, there was some movement by Al-J. Crumpler, the tight end, I believe. But I think he was resetting.
There is no challenge.
But you can't challenge.
However, Philadelphia is charged with their first team timeout due to attempting to challenge this play.
And that's what I'm talking. You can't challenge a penalty. Okay, and this isn't possession, this isn't complete or incomplete, out of bounds or not out of bounds. See the tight end come over and reset to that side. That may have drawn, but it doesn't matter. That's unchallengeable.
That's right.
You cannot challenge a penalty.
Terry McCauley still discussing things with the other officials.
You know, but I have to say that's kind of unusual. That's the first time I've seen a referee go over and charge a timeout for the attempted challenge. A lot of times I've seen coach pick that back up, say there's no challenge. You know, you can't challenge that play.
This is 3rd and less than a yard for the Falcons, who are last in 3rd down conversions in the league. The fullback, Justin Griffith, rookie out of Mississippi State, picks up the 1st down. Atlanta Falcons have lost 6 in a row, and they have given up a ton of points in those 6 games. They're trying to get themselves together and just collect themselves, play a competitive game.
Well, the one strong suit they do have is whether it's Duckett in there, which he is now, they're done. They can run the football.
Here's Duckett straight ahead, cuts to the right, and picks up a big gain down to the 25. Michael Lewis, the safety, has to bring him down. But Atlanta has started the game running the ball well. That's a 13-yard pickup.
Watch the big fella and this little stutter step when he gets into the line of scrimmage and cut it back. Right there, he waits and waits, and then he cuts back out the back door where he sees the hole. Now, that's pretty doggone good for a guy that's in the 250, 60-pound range to be that nimble inside in the traffic.
Marco Coleman is coming on defensive end for the Eagles. Duckett carrying, doesn't get much as the safety Michael Lewis comes up to make the tackle. Michael Lewis has stepped up in the absence of Brian Dawkins and the other injuries in the secondary for the Eagles. Troy Vincent had been out for a while. He's back. Bobby Taylor is still out, though Bobby Taylor, they're hopeful of getting him back next week. Lewis has done a good job. Duckett in the backfield, the lone setback. Kittner checking off at the line on 2nd and 9. Blitz coming, it's picked up. Kittner throws, it's intercepted. Troy Vincent on the return. Excuse me, that's Lito Shepherd. Lito Shepherd with the interception brings it back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that was all on Kittner because there was a blitz. You had man coverage outside. The blitz was picked up. He had time in the pocket. Watch Duckett pick up the blitz right there. He's going to stone it. Now he's got time in the pocket. He makes the read, and it's just a poor throw. Look at that. You hang it over there, and you have a touchdown. It's underthrown, and it was all Kittner.
14th interception thrown by the Falcons this season. 10 by Doug Johnson. 4th interception thrown by Kittner. Hugh Staley in the backfield as the Eagles start from the 36. McNabb throwing short. And the completion is up to the 39. Let's get an update from JB on the Giants and Jets.
Hey, Sam, all tied in overtime. Brett Conway with a chance to win it for the Giants, a 39-yarder, and he misses it left, and we are still tied in OT. Back to Sam Rosen and Bill Marks.
JB, do not give that kind of news to my broadcast partner, Sam Rosen, when we're just getting the game started. You know he's all about the big blue.
From the 39, Chad Lewis goes in motion. Giants trying to reach the 500 mark. McNabb steps up and fires and completes it. Across midfield to the Falcon 49-yard line. Todd Pinkston on the reception.
You know, much has been talked about the Eagles wide receivers and no touchdowns this year. Much has been talked about Donovan McNabb and his mechanics and how he's playing. But right there, I think all that stuff's over. I think the ankle injury or the thumb injury, I think they're on the mend, and I think he's looking a heck of a lot better.
Buckhalter straight ahead, Goods, power. He pushed Chris Draft back about 3 or 4 yards before Draft finally pulled him down. Good run by Correll Buckhalter.
And that's something the Eagles have done well. You know, why all this stuff has been going on about the passing game and the inconsistencies in it, what they've done well is rely on that line and the running backs. And somebody's picked it up almost every week. It could have been Westbrook a few weeks ago. It might be Staley. It might be Buckhalter. Against last game he played, he was outstanding.
Ran for 100 yards on 15 carries last week against the Jets. This is Hugh Staley getting just across the 40-yard line and close to the first down line. You see where they spot it. Brian Westbrook is out of the lineup today with a high ankle sprain.
Look at those numbers right there. Eagles offense. Yards per rush attempt 5.0. Yards per pass attempt 4.0. Now, yeah, I'd say that your pass offense has been struggling a little bit. When your running game is averaging more yards than your pass game, that's almost unheard of. But it's been working for them to get out of the lull that they're in the passing game.
2 tight ends in on 3rd and less than a yard. Buckhalter straight ahead, and he's got enough for the first down. John Ritchie leading the way, the fullback. Keith Newman, number 53, made the tackle for the Falcons. But the Eagles continue the drive. Eagles rushed for over 190 yards last week against the Jets. And they love to use the rotation of running backs. If Westbrook were there, they'd be rotating 3. Today they'll rotate mostly 2 with Buckhalter and Staley. 3 wide receivers in. Greg Lewis is in, number 83. Rookie out of Illinois. McNabb crowded, throws, and it's a little too high for Lewis. Well covered on the play by Brian Scott, the rookie out of Penn State, who is starting this week in the big change, the big turnover in the secondary for the Falcons.
Well, when you're 1-6 and you have a bye week and you're giving up so many yards defensively, you have to make changes. And there's 4 new starters in the defensive secondary for Atlanta. Brian Scott is one of those who's in there. Only a rookie out of Penn State. And he's a corner who they wanted to develop some time at corner, but now has been put at the strong safety spot.
On 2nd and 10, L.J. Smith shifting, 2 tight ends in there. The play fake by McNabb. That time, over the middle, Chad Lewis. Slipping 1 man and taken down at the 26-yard line. Time for an update. JB has got it. Let's go back to him right now.
Hey, Sam and Bill, let's take a look at the touchdown that helped to secure the win for the Indianapolis coach, Peyton Manning, hooking up with Troy Walters. And boy, was that a sigh of relief because of a later mistake made by Peyton Manning. But Indianapolis wins it. Hey, Bill Moss, I won't make that mistake with Sam Rosen again.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, JB.
I got to keep him pumped up.
14-yard pickup on the last play for the Eagles. McNabb, short drop, pump fake, being rushed by Travis Hall. Down he goes.
Ooh. Look where he came right down on top of that right ankle that has been bothering his that's what he's been getting the treatment on. But here they move, gone to a 4-3, and watch. Now you take your end and you move him out a little bit in a 4-3, and watch the rush he gets, and he just keeps working. Gets Runyon inside, gets him going upfield, and grabs his inside shoulder and just comes right underneath. John Runyon's been dealing with a wide variety of injuries as he's been playing this year. He's had shoulder problems, back problems, groin problems that have been driving him crazy.
2nd and 17, 27th sack given up by the Eagles. There's a flag down, delay of the game.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Bring up 2nd and 22.
It looks like some confusion there. Andy's telling Donovan, hey, you know, the clock, you have to look at that clock and get him in and out of the huddle. We saw them in Dallas, and they had some of the problems down in Dallas as well as far as clock management.
Freddie Mitchell in, 3 wide receivers for the Eagles. McNabb rolling, being rushed, and he throws and finds Freddie Mitchell. He goes in, touchdown. The first touchdown by a wide receiver this season. McNabb was being pressured by Matt Stewart. He let it go, and Mitchell takes it in.
Sam, this was just a great route, running through the zone, and when you're in zone coverage downfield, Mitchell just fell in behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, and there was quite a cushion, quite a window in there that was open.
David Akers, the extra point is through, and the Eagles, with a good start to their game, now lead it 10-0.
He'll go get a matchup. You've got the blitz coming inside, and then you miss right here when you come up to jump him up. Now see him settle in this window right there? That's behind the 2nd layer coverage in front of the 3rd. Nice play action, nice rollout, nice setup, and nice throw by Donovan McNabb. Freddie Mitchell utilizing his knowledge of running through zones against this new secondary for Atlanta that, you know, obviously this is the first week they've played together. There is a feeling out process. Now they practice all week during the bye week with a new defense, but anytime you have a new defense or a new offense, or you install something new, there's going to be some problems that occur.
The 2nd career touchdown for Freddie Mitchell. had one in his rookie season 2 years ago. Did not have any last season.
He's laughing. He said that was pretty doggone easy. You know,
he liked that.
He's got to be. You know, you make a chuckle out of it sometimes. Hey, his buddies are saying, "How'd you get so wide open?"
9 plays, 64 yards, and a 37-yard touchdown pass. McNabb to Mitchell. Allen Rossum back in, takes Akers' kick at the goal line. Rossum gets up close to the 25-yard line. Greg Lewis, number 83, takes him down. Well, this Falcons secondary has been toasted all season long.
Look at the numbers, Sam.
Giving up over 260 yards per game. The Vikings burned them. The Rams burned them. The Saints burned them. And already today, the Eagles have burned them. DJ Duckett and Justin Griffith in the backfield. Duckett carrying. Good run across the 30 and up to the 33. The Falcons have run the ball well. What's happened to them is what's happening right now. They fall behind in the game and they have to discard the running game plan.
Yeah, but when they have a great average per rush on first down. It seems that they're always at like second and short, second and manageable. But you're right, they fall behind and they're forced to play catch up. But now's not a time to abandon the run. You stick with it when you control the time and the ball.
Here's Duckett. Across the 35 before he's hit and brought down. He's got enough for a first down. Brandon Whiting made the tackle. Well, last week, Hollis Thomas, late in the game, suffered a torn bicep, and he was put on IR, done for the season. So the pressure is on the inside men on the defensive line, and Jim Flanagan was signed early in the week, 10-year veteran who hasn't played since training camp when he was in camp with the 49ers, to try and help out, but the load will have to be carried by Darwin Walker and Corey Simon. Ryan Finneran, one-time Eagle, takes the pass and gets up to the 44-yard line. Nate Wayne and Troy Vincent took him down. Yeah, and
you talked about those Eagles defensive tackles, and they're pretty doggone good. Darwin Walker is as stout as they come. He's a very strong individual. And Corey Simon is athletic, can create pressure. And they need to take this game over. And yeah, they have some injuries there, and they don't have as many bodies and people. They're going to have to play a long time. But to control what Atlanta does, they have to control the game.
Two tight ends to the right. Warwick Dunn across midfield. The Eagles 45-yard line. Nice run by Warwick Dunn. Darwin Walker tripped him up.
One thing they always tell you, Sam, as a defensive lineman, you are useless in a play if you lose your feet. Darwin Walker loses his feet. Now look at that seam in there. Now he recovers and makes the tackle, but look at the game. And that's the thing. And a lot of coaches, when you coach defense, if you, even on that play, if you rebound and make the play, if you're down on the ground, that's a minus.
11-yard pickup by Warwick Dunn. 3 carries, 38 yards for him, and he goes again. And he finds the hole and is inside the 40. Brandon Whiting makes the tackle, but another good pickup by Warwick Dunn as he gets down to the 39-yard line.
Well, again, now they come at Darwin Walker, and here Darwin Walker's walking off the field right now. Watch this. They get a fistful of jersey here. Atlanta does. Look at, see that fistful of jersey they have in them? Now they drag him to the ground, and Dunn waits for the block and then cuts back off it. And Walker came out of the game now.
Kittner's throw complete to Peerless Price, and he's got a first down at the 33-yard line.
Well, Walker actually was back in that play. He was walking off to the sideline, and he came back on. They sent him back out on the field. They don't have enough people to go through the rotation. There's a flag down on the ground.
Holding offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's on the right tackle, Todd Weiner, and negates the pass completion to Peerless Price. It remains second down, but brings up second and long for the Falcons as Darwin Walker takes a rest.
Let's take a look at his side here. Well, he tried to cut block him. That was 74. Weiner, he's out there trying to cut block, and then he grabbed his ankles when he missed.
Jim Flanagan is in at right tackle for the Eagles. That pass caught by Finneran. Spinning away, gets down to the 36-yard line. About a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down line. Mark Cimino made the tackle.
Good throw, good protection, and a nice drive going.
Picked up 13 yards on the play.
Sam, when you play a 1-6 team in the NFL, that's not a good situation to be in, because you know human nature kind of takes over, and you don't get real excited about playing a 1-6 team. You don't hear many good things about them. You don't read about them, but they become dangerous.
Duckett fights his way across the 35, and he's got a first down. Cimino made the tackle. Mark Cimino, who played here in Atlanta for 3 years. 2 of those years he was a special teams guy. Last year he was in as a regular, but signing with the Eagles, he has really stepped up his game, and he has filled a void that they needed. He has been outstanding for them at middle linebacker.
And was NFL Defensive Player of the Month for Philadelphia. Mark Cimino is an object. He's an object that you throw, launch, fire, drop at a target just to destroy.
On first down, the delay to Duckett. Finds the opening. Fights off a would-be tackler. Gets inside the 20. Outstanding run by T.J. Duckett down to the 15-yard line. Michael Lewis made the stop, but it was a 20-yard pickup for T.J. Duckett.
When you see T.J. Duckett, you think he's going downhill, but watch him bounce this thing back outside. You envision number 45 with his size at 260 pounds to run between tackle and tackle. He took it up into the line of scrimmage and out the back door.
End of the first quarter. Eagles 10, Falcons nothing.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
What stinks? That'd be me, sir.
On November 11th, get ready to get dumb. Dumb and Dumber when Harry Met Lloyd.
Are you sure?
The Platinum Series DVD. You love the first film.
I like it a lot.
Now, see how it all began.
So high school's all about looking cool, Harry, so stick with me.
Dumb it down with all new bonus
Are you
features.
trying to be funny, or are you actually being special?
On VHS and Platinum Series DVD November 11th.
Cool.
The 345 horsepower Cadillac Escalade. An Escalade EXT.
Millionaire. He went to Italy to find the woman of his dreams. Now he'll be lucky
I like money, of course. I'm not gonna lie.
if he gets out alive.
Are you grabbing my leg?
The next Joe Millionaire
Don't get mad. Get everything.
at 8 tomorrow on Fox.
Welcome back to Atlanta, where we are about to start the second quarter. And the Atlanta Falcons trying to get back in the game. Bill, they rushed for 90 yards in the first quarter.
And they've got it going. And the one thing that they have found that during the bye week, what they did, Sam, is they went back and put on the shoulder pads with the offensive linemen. And they did inside drill, 9-on-7, rushing the football against the defense. And you can do that in your bye week. Self-scout, find out what you're doing wrong. What they found was they've been practicing just in shells. That's not shoulder pads, and that's shorts and helmets. And they found a lot of bad footwork was happening when they put on the pads and started to do hitting. To run the football, you have to practice it at full speed.
Duckett and Griffith in the backfield make their for it. Gunn gets a couple of yards before he's pushed back. Running behind the fullback, Justin Griffith. Corey Simon made the stop for the Eagles.
Watch Cimino right here, and watch the job he does. He's short and he's powerful, and watch him fight off the guard to get into the middle there. 2 people, and see how low he is, his center of gravity? He's a short, stocky fire plug that just controls that middle, and he has that 6-inch pop that, you know, they talk about boxers have, that strike. That's what he has when he gets into a blow.
On 2nd and 9, the play fake, Kittner. Spinning away was the fullback, Griffith, but he gets only back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Well covered by Clinton Hart and Nate Wayne for the Eagles. Jim Flanagan remains in at defensive tackle, and Marco Coleman at defensive end. And now some changes for the Eagles. First quarter numbers. Look at that 90 for Atlanta. They've run the ball well. Total yards 111, and time of possession, the Falcons, who are last in the league, with the edge.
And the Eagles are going to find themselves in a long day if they don't take control of the offensive line.
4 wide receivers in for Atlanta. Kittner throwing short, completes to Finneran to the goal line. He reaches out, but he's just short. Down at the 1-yard line. Ryan Finneran will miss some time with a broken hand. He originally signed with the Eagles and played a few games and then was let go.
Well, this throw was right on the money, and it was wide open as well.
3 catches, 34 yards for Finneran.
Well, let's take a look. That extension was pretty doggone close.
Yes.
No, but his knee's down right there. See that? It didn't matter. His knee was down, and he was touched down before he extended that football.
12th play of the drive. First and goal from the 1. It's T.J. Duckett. Touchdown. Outstanding drive for the Atlanta Falcons. They ran the ball well.
Oh, did
Mixed
they
it
ever?
up with a couple of good passes.
Well, when you run the ball, that's what it enables you to do, is be able to pass the ball timely and have wide open people as well. That time, it was just a matter of following the fullback, Justin Griffith, and he opened up the hole.
3rd rushing touchdown for T.J. Duckett. The extra point is good by A.J. Feely. Excuse me, but the extra point good by Jay Feely. And T.J. Duckett plowing through for the touchdown. 12 plays, 75 yards. And we welcome those of you who watch the Giants and the Jets in an overtime battle won by the Giants 31-28 in overtime. The Giants 4-4 here in Atlanta. The Eagles got it off to a good start after the Falcons fumbled the opening kickoff. Eagles unable to convert into a touchdown. They settled for 3 points. They then took a 10-0 lead, but the Falcons, who are running the ball well with a 75-yard drive, have just put 7 on the board.
And you know, this new field turf that everybody's playing on, they're putting in stadiums, when he fell into the end zone, it kicks up all those little particles of rubber. Guys get them in their teeth and their mouthpiece. And right there, Doug, you see he had the water bottle. He was trying to squirt his eye out. See that? Because that rubber, if you walk on it, Sam, just go out there and walk on the turf. You come back and you have all these things in your shoes.
Right.
They kick up, they get in your shoes, little pieces of rubber that are all ground up.
Jay Feely kicks off. James Thrash, 5 yards deep, starts to run it out, and Sean Morey said, stay there. It's a touchback. Ryan Westbrook is out with a high ankle sprain. James Thrash is the returner and decides to stay in the end zone.
Ford refers to the Freestar safety systems as tailor-made. Let me explain to you what they're talking about. An industry-leading 12 different sensors throughout this vehicle, talking to this brain, measure impact forces, and then activate the safety system specific to the situation. Safety has to be engineered in. You can't just bolt it on. Now that's pure genius.
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Great teams are often forged over the hot coals of adversity. On the eve of the big meeting, the third quarter numbers suddenly changed. But so did your presentation, automatically. You have the new Microsoft Office system. It's a Cinderella story.
The battle for Middle-earth is about to begin. We come to it at last.
Rated T for teen.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the all-new Ford Freestar, pure genius. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again. By Castrol Syntec, everything else is just motor oil. By the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King video game. Live the movie, be a hero, November 6th. And by Sprint, proudly offering picture mail and PCS Vision picture phones.
Pete Van Gurion, the offensive coordinator of the Falcons.
Well, he's got to love that drive.
Outstanding drive, running the ball well. He's wanted more from his offensive line. He used to be the offensive line coach. He wants more from his offensive line. They've given him a good job. They've rushed for 92 yards already.
Well, he's the one that really wanted to put the pads back on and do the inside running period through the bye week to try to find out what the heck is wrong.
Eagles start from the 20. Terrell Buckhalter up to about the 23-yard line before he's taken down by Ed Jasper. If you're just joining us on the opening kickoff, Allen Rossum just lost the ball, trying to avoid Sheldon Brown. The Eagles recovered at the 11, but settled for a field goal. Then an interception by Lito Shepherd and a return, and a 37-yard touchdown pass, Donovan McNabb to Freddie Mitchell. Then the drive of 75 yards by the Falcons, capped off by the 1-yard run by T.J. Duckett. Buckhalter wrapped up by Brady Smith. Good work up front by the Falcons, who have gone 4-3 on their defense.
That's right. And for those of you that don't understand that, that means they were a 3-4, which means 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Well, they've had so many injuries to the linebacker position, Will Overstreet, Sam Rogers. They just weren't getting the play, so they changed, and they went to 4 down linemen. There's Ellis Johnson. He is now starting. Ed Jasper's in there. And they put the ends who used to have to play head up on the tackles in a more favorable position for their size outside that offensive tackle.
Eagles 3 wide receivers. Mitchell in motion. McNabb rolling, looking, gets rid of it, and Mitchell was inbounds, made the catch, but short of the first down.
McNabb took a wallop there too. Look, he got up slow. He got up slow. He's walking slowly and gingerly on the sideline. And he took a wallop. Watch this.
Oh, he's limping.
Yes, he is. Here's Kearney. Watch Kearney working this, and he's going to keep fighting for position outside. I'm sorry, he's over here. He keeps fighting. What the heck was that? There's a run play.
Dirk Johnson on the punt. It bounces down. Rossum lets it go. The Eagles have it covered and stop it at the 24-yard line. And there is Donovan McNabb limping noticeably, wincing in pain. That's trouble for Philadelphia.
Then Boggs replaces your picture phone with dynamite and your head blows clean off. You do have an extra head, don't you, boy?
No, this is...
Props! It's my commercial. It's my phone. It's mine.
What's the matter, friend? Your phone don't take pictures. Uh-oh. Smile, Debbie.
So who should we send it to?
Stop the
Picture mail from Sprint. Now at Sprint stores. Get a PCS Vision picture phone for $99.99.
Ow!
Who cares what's in a hot dog? When diverse, cast-aside elements come together to form something great, that's the American way. No, sir. Far better to ask yourself, what are you made of? What spice do you add to the national knockwurst? What flavor do you contribute to the high life?
A truck like this isn't built in a factory. It's built in the farms and fields, concrete streets and construction sites that map the landscape of an entire country. Because when Ford builds the new F-150, there are promises to keep. And only one truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Fox Tuesday. First, catch an encore presentation of the season premiere of 24. Then, on an all-new episode, a nation's greatest disaster.
Someone's threatening to release a virus.
A man's weakest moment.
I am not going on record with this addiction.
The crisis is just beginning. 24, 2 full hours. It all starts at 8/7 Central, Fox Tuesday.
Seems as if the pain has subsided a little bit. We saw him smiling a moment ago.
Well, he's been walking up and down the sidelines trying to shake it off, but here's the end of the play. Patrick Kearney just waylays him. And that's a heck of a hard hit by Kearney.
Falcons from the 24, T.J. Duckett taken down by Mark Semino.
Yeah.
Beautiful play by the middle linebacker, taking him down for a loss.
He's not a middle linebacker. He's an object that you launch, throw, fire, or drop at a target to destroy. And that's what he does. And that's why he was NFL Defensive Player of the Month. Watch him. They launched him. They launched him into the backfield, and they set their sights on 45, and they launched Mark Semino.
Jim Flanagan back in at defensive tackle along with Darwin Walker. Corey Simon's out. This is Warwick Dunn cutting it back. It's across the 30 and is down at the 32. Michael Lewis, the safety, making the stop for the Eagles. Warwick Dunn, who has not been happy in being relegated to the backup role to T.J. Duckett. Now it seems as if it's almost 50-50.
You have to get the ball in his hands. This guy can take it to the house at any single time he touches it. At 8.2 yards per carry, you have to get this guy the ball.
Falcons are 3 for 3 on third down conversions. This is 3rd and 2. They pick up the blitz. He drops it off to Crumpler. First down and a lot more. Tripped up by Carlos Emmons. But a first down up across the 40 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Al-J. Crumpler's a name that not many people know about, not many people talk about, and if you're 1-6, no one's going to hear about you. But he is an awful fine player. We have a little zone blitz action here. See the zone blitz and see it get picked up. And when you zone blitz, there's going to be an opening someplace, but you zone blitz to try to confuse the offensive line and the quarterback. Kittner found the opening.
From the 42, it's Duckett. A big crowd there. The Eagles greet him and bring him down short of the line of scrimmage. Brandon Whiting, the defensive end, number 98,
now
leading the way for Philadelphia.
That's what you have to do on a first down run. You have to control the line of scrimmage defensively and make it 2nd and long, because that changes the whole structure of who's dictating who to what. Right now, the defense is dictating what you can do.
Jimmy Ferris in, number 87 for Atlanta. They go with 3 wide receivers. Ferris goes in motion. And there was movement. That's going to be a false start against Atlanta.
Start, offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Bob Whitfield, the left tackle, with the movement.
And why does this happen? 2nd and long. They go to sub package, which is 3 wide receivers. The defense is dictating what they're going to do. They're forcing you to pass. And now your offensive tackles, they're worried. Uh-oh, Philadelphia, they blitz a lot. What are they going to come with? You start, all these thoughts go through your head on who you have to protect, and all of a sudden you forget the snap count.
Falcons have to get to the Eagles' 48 for a first down. Warwick Dunn in the backfield. Kittner throws short, completes to Peerless Price, and he's taken down at the 42-yard line, making it the 43. Peerless Price has now caught at least 1 pass in 58 consecutive games.
You know, and a lot of people ask, was Peerless Price worth it? Was he worth the first-round draft pick to get him? And I say it's way too early to tell, because he's been bothered by a foot injury to his arch, plantar fascia, I think it's called, or I'm not sure, but it's been bothering him. He's played through it. He's a tough guy. He practices. He wants to be better. The offense has been all out of sorts with different quarterbacks. Your starter, of course, not there. I think it's too early to tell.
Blitz coming. Kittner throws for Price, and
there should be a flag.
Flag on the play. It's going to be interference on Lito Shepherd.
I believe so. I believe that's against Philadelphia.
Nate Wayne, the linebacker, was blitzing Kittner. Kittner got rid of it.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 26. Automatic. First down.
But the interference gives the Falcons a first down.
Well, they're battling okay as they go down the sidelines right here. They're battling, and that's fine. But right there, as he goes up to make a play on the ball, I mean, you just can't take the receiver out of his route. You can't block him from that.
What about Peerless Price grabbing Lito Shepherd's face mask?
He was going down at that point.
Okay. Falcons first down at the Eagles' 36. Warwick Dunn. Not much much of a hole, but he picks up a couple of yards on the play down to the 33-yard line. Nate Wayne makes the tackle. The Falcons have been running the football thus far in the game with T.J. Duckett and Warrick Dunn. Dunn had a big one early, 22 yards. Cut this one back for good yardage. And then it was the powerful T.J. Duckett who eventually wound up with a touchdown run from the 1-yard line.
And Sammy, they will run until the Eagles take their big birds away. You got that?
Yeah.
The poop right there? That's great. That's your error.
Well play to Dunn, but nothing there. Eagles have that one. They took that bird away.
There you go. Sammy. Who's got the bigger bird, actually?
Jim Flanagan.
A Falcon
that's
or
the Eagle or the Falcon? Man,
which one's bigger bird?
That's a tough battle. I don't know. That's the Falcon. That's pretty. Eagles much bigger, you think?
I think so.
Much bigger.
I think so.
But Falcons are tough.
At 1-6, not that tough yet. But there's still over half the season to go.
They have to get to the 26 for a first down. Kittner out of the shotgun for the first time today. Being rushed. Steps up, pass batted down.
Flag
Nate
downfield.
Wayne.
Flag downfield, Sammy.
There's a holding call downfield. And that'll be an automatic first down for the Falcons.
Holding. Defense. Number 24. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's Sheldon Brown. Called for holding. That was Vincent on Finneran. I don't know if that was the penalty.
That didn't look like it.
No. Dunn and Griffith in the backfield. It's a first down for the Falcons at the 29-yard line. 4th penalty of the game for the Eagles. Falcons with 2 tight ends in and the toss to Dunn. Wants to throw. Nobody open. Dunn runs. Picks up a block from Kittner. And he's out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. Just inside the 20.
That's exactly why you put 28 in the game. That's why you let him touch the football. Now, this is supposed to be a halfback pass. He's going to come over here. Now, there's great coverage downfield. Eagles aren't fooled. He looks, they're covered up, and then he takes it out the back door. Warrick Dunn, anytime he touches the ball, if something breaks down around him, he's innovative. He's a lot like Michael Vick. He's a lot like Donovan McNabb. If things don't go well, he can still do stuff for you.
Ron Johnson, number 62 in the defensive end for the Eagles. T.J. Duckett outside. Marco Coleman got a piece, hung on, got help from Clinton Hart to take him down. But Duckett gets down close to the 15-yard line, and he's got a first down.
T.J. Duckett is a very big man, and you usually have your big men run downhill. This should not happen. There should be Eagles up here on the other side of the line of scrimmage. A 260-pound back should not be able to get to your defensive perimeter, just by rule of thumb. You know, everybody talks about speed on defense in the NFL. Well, you know, if you have fast guys on your defense, you've got to secure the perimeter.
Finneran in motion. Blitz coming. The handoff to Duckett. And not much. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Carlos Emmons.
Good job by Carlos Emmons, the 8th-year man out of Arkansas State.
You know, and he has his hands full today with Algie Crumpler, because Carlos Emmons' forte is his ability to cover a tight end. Just put him on the tight end, and he can manhandle him at the line of scrimmage, and he can run with him. And with those long arms and that long frame, he's a great cover guy for the tight end. But now he has to get caught up with taking on blocks from the tight end, recognizing if they stay in or if they break off into their pass cover.
Dunn in the backfield. Finneran in motion with 3 wide receivers for the Falcons. Blitz coming. They got him. Clinton Hart, the safety, bursting through. First-year man out of Central Florida Community College, who's just been a find. He's a terrific athlete. Last year he was on the scout team as a running back for the Eagles.
I don't think you do this. I just don't think you do this. I think when you cross the 20, you have to know Philadelphia's Jim Johnson's going to come after you. And look how many they bring. You need to have 7, 8-man protections against Philadelphia. For the most part, if you're going to pass, in passing situations, you need 7 and 8-man protections because they're going to bring it from everywhere.
Falcons have to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. Eagles were almost offside. The pass, the arm was hit. Kidner's arm was hit as he threw, and the pass just dropped incomplete, way short of the target.
Sam,
and a field goal try coming up for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the second time. See, they think they have something going, but they fail to block, have enough people in to block. Look at all these guys. Okay? Now, you don't have enough offensive people to handle this. And you see the outcome of that. You've got to keep max protection in when you get inside the red zone.
Chris Moore is the holder. Jay Feely attempts a 40-yard field goal. And it's through. And the Falcons have come back to tie the game. The Eagles scored the first 10 points. Donovan McNabb looks like he's okay. The game is tied at 10.
We're going to go out there and win, right? Right! So let's go out there and beat them!
Spotting the hungriest player is easier than you think.
Oops.
Go to Snickers.com and vote for the Snickers Hungriest Player of the Game. Each week, you could win a trip to the Super Bowl. Hungry? Grab a Snickers.
Sometimes you need a little help staying in the game. Introducing new Levitra. It's a new choice. And it's here now. Ask your doctor if a free sample is right for you. Ask about new Levitra.
Maybe I don't own a fancy building or a big shipping department yet. But Brown still takes my business seriously. I can print labels, track shipments, order a pickup right from here. And with the time I save, I can build my business. Maybe I'm not exactly part of the limousine set, but I have a driver.
Small business shipping, synchronized. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Atlanta Falcons with outstanding coverage teams. Their kick coverage team ranked 3rd in the league. Artie Ulmer has been a good one for a couple of years. Brian Scott, a rookie. Kevin McAdam, second-year man.
And Philadelphia without Bryant Westbrook, right?
James Thrash is deep, along with Sean Morey. Morey standing 5 yards ahead of Thrash. Feely kicks it off. And another good one. Thrash backs up 6 yards in the end zone, takes a knee. 2 touchbacks for Jay Feely on his kickoffs. McNabb puts the helmet on and comes back into the game with the score tied.
Where most minivans score an F on the report card is in the versatility of their interiors. Yet this is where Freestar earns an A for its ease of use. So the next time you hear the term interior flexibility, that's what they're talking about. That's smart engineering.
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Mi gente está conmigo. Celia Cruz, the queen of salsa. Queen of the salsa. Like Dr. Pepper. Her inspiration is a light and it's burning bright. The taste of Dr. Pepper. The taste of originality. Salutes individuality and it's for your personality. Do what you do. Be you, nothing's better. It's Dr. Pepper.
Hey, sweetheart. I miss you.
Miss you too.
What did you do today?
I played soccer.
For your most important calls, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
It's television's most horrifying event. Don't miss the terror of a world without death.
Does this mean they'll never cancel the Jim Belushi show?
I guess so.
All new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, part of a full hour. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox. Laugh Out Loud Sunday.
Earlier scores, Tampa Bay beaten at home by New Orleans. Tampa Bay now 4-4, New Orleans 4-5. Carolina losing in Houston. Carolina 6-2. Big win for Indianapolis and Miami. The Colts are 7-1, and the Giants win the Battle of New York. Giants are 4-4. Jets are 2-6. The Eagles trying to up their record to 5-3. Start from the 20. McNabb throwing short. Chris Draft was all over. Burrell Buckhalter came out of the backfield. Just a short pickup. They ruled it incomplete.
Yep.
Good hit by Draft. Buckhalter goes to the sideline. Falcons, after a rough start, have settled in. Bill, they're playing well.
Well, yeah. Offensively, what they're doing the smart thing, and they're chewing up the clock of the time of possession and controlling the ball. And you don't want to leave this new secondary out on the field very long.
The rookie Reno Mahe, number 34 in the game. The passes to the tight end L.J. Smith. It's up to the 25, and Chris Draft is there to make the tackle again.
Where the heck did the half go?
It's, well, with all the running, it has moved along.
This seems to be the fastest half I've been associated with.
One of the big stories for the Falcons is that Keith Brooking is in the lineup. Here's a guy that suffered a couple of broken little bones in his back, similar to the injury that Dante Culpepper had. He was expected to miss a couple of games. They had the bye week last week, and he's okay to play. 4 wide receivers for the Eagles on third down. Swings it out to Staley. Is brought down short of the first down. Ed Jasper with a beautiful tackle.
Wow. Ed Jasper is a nose tackle. Watch Ed Jasper, number 95, get into the mix here. Right in here. See him? And he's trailing that. He sees Fraley pull, and look at him run down Staley. I'm seeing more and more defensive linemen running all over the field now in this league. You've got to be fast to play this game.
Don't you wish you had that speed?
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great tasting low carb Miller Lite.
If on one hand you have 1/3 less carbs than Coors Light, and on the other the gold medal winner of the World Beer Cup, then you have a Miller Lite in each hand. Lucky you. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Recently, motor oils were torture tested under conditions beyond anything a car would ever face. The exciting results? Castrol Syntec performed better than the leading 5W30 conventional oil. Castrol Syntec. Everything else is just motor oil.
Taco Bell's Zesty Chicken Bowl. Grilled all-white meat chicken, seasoned rice, cheese, lettuce, and fiesta salsa. Made right when you order it. For a fresh taste that's hard to top. Show off. For fresh-made taste, think outside the bun.
Rated T.
EA Games.
We didn't just give the new Ford F-150 more horsepower. We gave it the most low-end torque. Why did we push farther than anyone else? So you could do more than anyone else. Only this truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Ed Jasper and Ellis Johnson have been the best linemen on the defensive side for the Falcons, and with the defensive changes, they can get both of them on the field.
That is correct.
Jasper with a fine play. Eagles' second punt of the game. Johnson. It's a Good high punt away. Allen Rossum backs up to the 17. Has some room. Gets outside. Good return. The kicker to beat. Rossum down the sideline. Rossum is tripped up. Ike Reese, the captain of special teams for the Eagles, saved a touchdown. A fabulous return by Allen Rossum of 72 yards.
Once a Philadelphia Eagle, and, you know, he fumbled the opening kickoff. He just lost it by himself. And then Dan Reeves benched him for the ensuing kickoff. But you got to get a guy like this back in the game, and you got to get him as many touches as possible because he is capable of taking one to the house each and every time. Look at this. If you were to ask me going into the game who has the most 10-plus yard punt returns in the league, I'd say hands down Dante Hall. That's all you've heard about, but it's not. It's Allen Rossum, and that's why.
Falcons first down at the Eagles 11 and a chance to take the lead. P.J. Duckett stopped. Nate Wayne got hold of him and took him down for a loss. Allen Rossum played a couple of years for the Eagles.
They didn't want to lose him.
He went to Green Bay.
Yeah, he did. They knew exactly what kind of guy they had in him. And since he left there, they really had a struggle, and they had to go get Brian Mitchell because they needed somebody to fill that void.
And now Westbrook is their man, but he's out today with an injury. Finneran in motion. The play fake. And the screen to Warwick Dunn. Inside the 10. Down to the 9-yard line. Nate Wayne in on the stop. Under a minute to go in the first half. Don't forget, the Visa halftime report is coming up following the conclusion of the half. The Falcons have called timeout.
After the measurement, we have 4th in inches. Actually, spotting the ball is kind of an inexact science. It's probably more like that. But where's the drama in that? With that, you're changing channels. With this, drama. Changing channels. Drama. America loves drama.
No one's been able to make the perfect chicken strip with the right chicken.
So this is chicken?
The right breading.
These are very dry.
The right sauce. Till Wendy's found a better way. Introducing Wendy's home-style chicken strips. Big pieces of breast filet with your choice of delicious Heartland Ranch, Deli Honey Mustard, and spicy Southwest Chipotle.
Nice.
Try Wendy's new home-style chicken strips. It's better here. And remember, you can eat great even late.
Lily, did you see who took your sister?
You were
On November 26th,
my granddaughter was stolen 2 days ago.
Their only choice
Can you track him?
Yeah.
will be to risk everything.
Man who did this is a witch.
You're scaring her.
She needs to be scared, and so do you.
From director Ron Howard.
Right now!
The Missing. Rated R. Opens everywhere November 26th.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time.
Coming February, the world's best drivers return to Fox for another season of high-speed thrills, bumper-to-bumper racing, and excitement. NASCAR returns to Fox this February. 3rd down. Falcons have to get to the 1 for first down. They have 3 wide receivers in. Kittner throwing and completing to Peerless Price, who had his helmet ripped off by Sheldon Brown, and he comes up way short of the first down at the 7-yard line. Good defensive stand by the Eagles. Falcons have called timeout.
What you seeing didn't start with LL.
today. Take it from me. Run DMC paved the way with Jam Master J. The KINGs. Run D and Dr. Pepper. That's originality. The taste of Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. The taste of originality. Salutes individuality. Individual. Gives life personality. Be you. Do what you do. Be you. Be you. Nothing better than Dr. Pepper. Run DMC and Jam. Dr. Pepper.
What can a Tyrannosaurus Rex teach us about a retirement plan? What's big one day may disappear the next. At Wachovia Securities, we learn from the world around us and provide financial advice for those who need to rebuild. Together, we can achieve uncommon results. Wachovia Securities.
You know, I dated a girl named Georgia. Had to break it off, though. It's about love, man. That's what it's
For
about.
when you need it most, our longest-lasting Energizer Max ever.
After that, I told myself,
Do you have the bunny inside?
I am not dating girls named after states.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? Because having the right car or truck makes all the difference. Sweetheart, your honey-do list just got a little bit longer. Sorry.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. As a United Way volunteer, Darren Howard helps out in a drama program that helps kids express themselves.
Action.
Badges? We don't need anything of badges.
Now, that was a good one.
That last timeout was an Eagles timeout, stopping the clock.
And they should try to stop the clock because look at this. Atlanta Falcons are dominating time of possession in this game. On the season, they're averaging maybe 25 points a game before half.
25 minutes.
25 minutes,
right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 25 minutes a game. And before the half now are closing in on 20.
Jay Feely will attempt a 25-yard field goal to try and give the Falcons the lead. And the kick is through. So each team has had a chance to go in, starting deep in the other's territory and settle for field goals. But right now, Atlanta leads it.
There we were planning our vacation online. That's when the pain started.
Digititis is a repetitive stress injury, just like carpal tunnel syndrome, except different.
Basically, it feels like a fleshy fireball on the end of my hand.
We're seeing an explosion of this with all the double clicking that's going on. If we catch this early, we can help.
Searching for a great airfare online doesn't have to be a pain. Just go to southwest.com for our $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by November 13th.
You are now free to move about the country.
It's not my yard.
Oops. If you really want tickets to the game, just use your Visa. It's the card you know they'll take everywhere you want to be. Visa.
Hey, you!
Proud sponsor of the NFL.
Hey, DVDs. What did you get?
CDs.
Video games. Oh, I wanted that one too. That's such a good one.
Store opens in 20 minutes, people. Focus.
Right. Focus.
All the new stuff. Stop by Circuit City every Tuesday and save on the hottest new releases, like Finding Nemo, a special 2-disc DVD set, just $14.99. Save on great gifts and dash through your list at Circuit City. We're with you.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Friendly nonstop service all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
The man who is still not there, Michael Vick, on the sideline. The Falcons had hoped he'd be back by now.
He's not there. Where? What do you mean? He's right there.
Not there playing.
Not suited up.
Yeah, he's a
Under
spectator
center
right now.
You're exactly right. Standing next to Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Right now, Michael Vick is talking about returning the end of November. So looking at another 4 weeks without him. Jay Feely kicking off. James Thrash will return this one from the 3. Comes to the middle of the field and gets taken down up the 23-yard line. Allen Rossum gets down and makes the tackle. So Rossum, after one bad play to start the game, has made a couple of really good ones for Atlanta.
Infrastructure.
billions of miles of voice and data lines out there. Who maintains all that? Well, in a large part of this country, SBC does. Why SBC? Seemed only right since we built it in the first place. Whatever it takes, period. SBC. Going beyond the call.
Here they come.
Now,
This is my world! My world!
experience the final explosive chapter of the Matrix trilogy. The Matrix Revolutions, rated R. Starts this Wednesday at a theater near you.
People are strange, they'll surprise you. Looks can be deceiving, in fact I found true. I stare all day, people watching's key. But wait a second, they're checking me. So what if my McGriddles get some looks? It's like a breakfast buffet and the flavor cooks. 2 griddle cakes, egg, cheese, and bacon. The taste only McDonald's is making. I'm loving it, McDonald's.
Fox tonight, when Malcolm's family hits Las Vegas. Vegas hits back. David Cassidy guest stars.
Does my hair look okay? You mean compared to his?
On the season premiere of Malcolm.
No song for you! Pass them up!
At 9 tonight on Fox.
Those numbers aren't bad for Donovan McNabb, but the total offense for the Eagles, just 93 yards, 19 yards rushing. After rushing for over 190 yards against the Jets last week. 3 wide receivers for the Eagles. McNabb throws it outside to Deuce Staley, met by Ray Buchanan.
Flag
brought down.
Flag down in the middle of the field. Thrown by the back judge.
It's against Atlanta. Illegal use of the hands. Will either be second and short or first down.
Illegal contact, defense, number 24, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. Please set the game clock to 24 seconds.
They take the 5-yard penalty. See the time remaining. They'll reset to 24. Eagles send out 4 wide receivers.
You know what, Sam? With 24 seconds left.
Yeah.
And 1 timeout.
Go ahead.
Don't forget about the other timeout they're missing due to the challenge.
Right. McNabb steps up under pressure and gets away. And heads for the sideline, gets out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Almost tackled for a loss, and the man who almost tackled him is down on the field. McNabb limping. So you can see anytime he runs for it, well, he's without his shoe. All right, that's why he's limping. That's why. It's Travis Hall, the man who took him down, took his shoe off. But it's Hall shaking up on the play.
Look at McNabb. They're getting the shoe out from underneath him. Do you see that? Todd Pinkston had to reach underneath Travis Hall and get McNabb's shoe back.
Timeout. McNabb lost the shoe and still ran for it. Got a first down.
E-server.
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 E-server. These are not normal servers.
They're better than that. They adjust and predict.
So you'll never say rats.
For systems like Linux and other types, too.
They love open standards. No kidding, it's true.
For big firms and small firms.
And those in the middle.
E-server's the answer to your business riddle.
They're flexible, bendable,
super reliable.
Utterly viable.
Give them a triable.
IBM eServer X Series features the Intel Xeon processor.
Walt Disney Pictures and Pixar Animation Studios present the finer points of the games.
Ah, I love games. Pick me.
Trash talk.
Want a piece of me? Do you? Do you? Do you?
Something's wrong with you. Really.
Trick play.
Look, something shiny.
Where? Woohoo!
The clownfish is the winner.
Instant replay.
First you were all like, whoa. And then we were like, whoa. And then you were like, whoa.
Bring home a guaranteed winner. Finding Nemo. Own it on DVD and video this Tuesday.
Travis Hall a little unsteady. You can see a cut on the bridge of the nose. It came down hard on as he tackled McNabb.
Well, watch McNabb's other foot. It kind of hits his helmet down right on the bridge of his nose. He may have been knocked out for a second or two. See the other foot hit his head right there? And right there is kind of where he goes down and stayed down. And you see the cut on the bridge of his nose. That's where the helmet slid down.
Brady Smith is in. Ellis Johnson up front. McNabb with time, nobody open, and runs again and slides across midfield. He's got another first down. And the Eagles use their last timeout with 12-yard pickup with 6 seconds remaining in the first half.
So fine, all that flavor gonna make it mine.
Spicy garlic and lime shrimp, fire grilled chicken, and our famous tangy baby back ribs, all in one sizzling platter. Chili's Fajita Trio. Want more flavor?
Yeah. You can see the number of plays the Philadelphia Eagles offense has run so far in the time of possession at only a little over 10 minutes. A whole half, of course, having 30 minutes in it. You know, right here with 7 seconds left, Sam, you have time for 2 plays, but the Eagles are without a timeout due to the challenge earlier that shouldn't have been a challenge. It cost them a timeout on a penalty.
That's Brian Finneran, who's back deep to knock down any Hail Mary attempt as McNabb goes back and throws to the sideline, but the man stayed in bounds.
That was a bad mistake. I was going to say right before that enables you only to take a shot to throw the ball to the sidelines. Right there, for some reason, Thrash turned back inside to the playing field. That could have been an opportunity for David Akers to kick a field goal. That's almost a give-me from that distance for him. Thrash has to get out of bounds. That's why they called that play.
He spun the wrong way, taken down inbounds. So the Eagles took a 10-0 lead in this game, and it looked like they would roll over the Atlanta Falcons, but the Falcons got themselves together. Andy Reid discussing things with James Thrash about getting out of bounds. The Falcons lead the Eagles at halftime, 13-10.
Get ready for the rush. NASCAR returns to Fox, February 2004.
Davis and the Panthers look for the sweep of their hated division rival, but Sapp and the Bucs are primed for a second-half surge. Fox NFL Sunday, next week, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
29 Undercover's Jeff Cole dredges up dirt on the Navy tonight at 10.
On Tuesday, the life of our city is in your hands.
We can no longer afford to lose jobs while we endure the highest taxes in the country.
A pay-to-play system that hurts the most vulnerable.
Our schools are failing.
And every time my child goes out, I worry whether he'll come home safely.
The city is divided.
And no one is pulling us together.
So this time,
I'm going to vote.
I'm going to vote.
Like my life.
Like my life, like my children's life depends on it.
I'm going to vote for Sam Katz.
Because we must do better.
Zabel and Partners. One moment.
At Wachovia, we've learned that the only thing busier than a small business
Zabel and Partners. Miss Zabel, one moment.
is a small business owner.
Amanda Zabel.
That's why we have dedicated specialists nearby who focus on helping your business succeed.
How did you like the proposal?
Talk to us. Wachovia.
The best values in America just got better. Introducing the Platinum Series from Chrysler. Dressed up with a stunning metallic finish, an exquisite leather-trimmed interior, and chrome wheels and accents. Plus our powertrain limited warranty. And get special Platinum discounts, plus choose either 0% financing or now even more generous cash allowances. Come see what's transformed at your dealer today.
Introducing Wawa breaded chicken sandwiches. 3 sensational new lunch or dinner choices made with juicy all-white meat chicken breasts and served on a Kaiser roll. There's chicken club with bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Chicken parmesan with provolone cheese and tomato sauce. And the custom, built any way you like it. New Wawa breaded chicken sandwiches. They're hot, they're delicious, and they're available now at your Wawa. Try one today. My choice, my Wawa.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. If you love the NFL, it's everywhere you want to be.
And welcome to those of you watching the Philadelphia-Atlanta game where my guys continue to argue. Wow, you know what? Philadelphia with only 8, make that 41 rushing yards.
Washington and Dallas Cowboys after Dallas turnover. You're going to see what happens here. Here it is. Patrick Ramsey fakes inside to the outside. He finds his man, Lavernius Coles, covered by a linebacker, Dexter Coakley. Touchdown Redskins, extra point missed. And then after an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Cowboys while kicked a field goal, they get the ball back. Hambrick in from 2 yards out, 7-6. It is Dallas over Washington. San Francisco, Cedric Wilson takes the opening kickoff, back 95 yards for the touchdown. Remember last time they were in St. Louis, he didn't run out of bounds and give the 49ers a chance to win that football game. And then the great Tim Rattay out of Louisiana Tech hits a crossing route to Terrell Owens for a touchdown to 5. It's 14-3. And then Rattay back again. Remember, Terrell Owens said he throws a better deep ball than the other guy, Garcia. Our Jimmy Johnson reported that, and it's 24-3. San Francisco over the Rams. Absolutely.
Bengals and the Cardinals. The Bengals have won back-to-back games, and the Bengals haven't had a turnover in 12 straight games. Tampa Bay lost to the Saints 3rd consecutive time. The Texans upset the Panthers 14-10. Don Capers over his old team. The Giants win it in OT when Brett Conway got a second chance to win it with a 29-yard field goal. The Dolphins lose to the Colts. Colts now improved to 7-1. And the Ravens up in the Jaguars 24-17. Ravens have now won their last 6 meetings with the Jags. And boy, Howie's Raiders lost to the Lions. What is that all about? Back across the country. And did you say Jimmy Johnson said that the Bears were hibernating?
He and Howie both said they were in hibernation. Of course, I said before, they weren't.
And as I said before, you must have worked on the Reagan movie. You are a revisionary history major.
Woo, that's good
Donovan McNabb, visibly limping, almost controlling the clock. Atlanta, that is, for 20 minutes. This defense for Philadelphia is decimated, in particular defensive line. They cannot stay on the field that long. They have to get them off the football field. Wow, Jimmy, I thoroughly enjoyed your insight on that particular game.
Philadelphia needs to run the ball a little bit better. Okay?
There you go. All right.
Go with that.
Continues after this.
Visa. If you love the NFL, it's everywhere you want to be.
Get ready for Fox Laugh Out Loud Sunday. First, Brad Pitt is Boomhauer's brother.
Oh, Lord.
On the King of the Hill season premiere. Then it's the all-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. And Malcolm's Family hits Vegas with David Cassidy.
Those aren't for you. Pass them up.
Plus, it's the premiere of Arrested Development, the show Time magazine calls the fall's best new sitcom.
I'm having the time of my life.
Hey, T-Bone. Fox Laugh Out Loud Sunday premieres at 7:30, 6:30 Central tonight.
Fox Wednesday. Donna's going off to college, but Eric's staying behind. How will they ever say goodbye?
Now?
Love is in the air, and in the driveway, and on the couch.
If I had known what I was coming home to after my heart attack, I would have walked straight into that bright light and never looked back.
That 70s show, all new at 8/7 Central, Fox Wednesday.
Catch an encore presentation of the season premiere of 24, followed by an all-new episode. 2 full hours of 24. Fox Tuesday.
Hey, Hector, it's Patrick.
Through the NFL and the United Way, Patrick Kearney of the Atlanta Falcons makes calls to seniors.
I call when he might be a little down.
He calls, but it's mostly when he's a little down.
Hey, Hector, it's Patrick.
Patrick Kearney knows what matters.
We talk about everything, even football.
He asks me for advice.
Hey, Hector, it's Patrick. Hey, Hector, it's Patrick. Hey, Hector, it's Patrick.
You don't have to be Patrick Kearney to make a difference in your community.
You're going to have to speak up a little bit. I love hearing the smile on his voice.
Don't thank me. It's the least I can do.
This is a Fox News Halftime Report.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special Fox News Halftime Report.
And here are some of the stories topping our news at this hour. It was a deadly day in Iraq. 15 U.S. soldiers were killed, 21 others wounded when their helicopter was shot down in Fallujah. That chopper was taken out by a missile. The soldiers were heading for R&R. Also, 2 bombings in Baghdad today killed another U.S. soldier and 2 American civilians. Robbers targeted a Philadelphia roller skating rink overnight. It happened about 1 in the morning at the WOW skating rink on Roosevelt Boulevard in Ronhurst. 3 robbers with guns grabbed the assistant manager. They took a lot of cash, then they ran through the parking lot. Police are looking for them tonight.
Also tonight, a Fox undercover investigation into the Navy. It says it works hard to protect the environment, including the Delaware River. But is that claim true? Fox Undercover dredges up the truth tonight on the 10 o'clock news. Well, what a beautiful day to top off a beautiful weekend with temperatures well into the 70s. Rob Garino in the Fox Weather Center with all the details. And Rob, is the weather going to stay this way?
I think he said it's going to be all right.
I think he said it's going to be all right, but we'll join him a little bit later. Thanks a lot, Rob, and we'll get you back to the game in just a moment.
Good night, everybody.
This has been a Fox News Halftime Report.
Game with his field goal in OT. It's blocked by the Giants. It's 28-all to Brett Conway. Now the
Fox 29 Undercover's Jeff Cole dredges up dirt on the Navy tonight at 10.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
Get $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing, plus Dodge's powertrain limited warranty.
What have we learned about George Geist? That Geist was criticized for being part of a statewide pattern of legislative abuse. That Geist didn't even want to run for re-election, tried to become a judge but was rated unqualified. And now former staff aides to Geist in sworn deposition testified Geist was using taxpayer-funded staff to do his private legal work. Even Geist's own colleagues are so outraged they are demanding an investigation. So what have we learned about career politician George Geist? That he should not be re-elected.
There you are.
You forgot to lock the car again.
Sorry.
The 469 horsepower E55 AMG. Feel the power of a Mercedes.
All clear, guys.
8.9 inches of running ground clearance. Just one of the many reasons why the Jeep Liberty is so capable. Right now, get 0% financing or a $1,500 cash allowance, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty. If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4. The best values in America just got better.
First, in a city known for being first, Fox 29 Philadelphia gives you first on Fox. Your news, your weather, first on Fox. Only on Fox 29 Philadelphia.
Is this line even moving?
No.
Put your cheese on, man. Is that hypoallergenic?
Yep.
Hey, Coach, anything?
Nothing.
Well, I think they've done fairly well. You know, we've been able to keep them out except for the one big pass play. The turnover early gave them a big lead. I was just proud of the way our guys fought back and, take the lead here at halftime. We got 30 more minutes to try to get it done.
And what about the other side of the ball? You guys have established the running game, and you guys have controlled the clock and the time of possession.
Well, I think that's going to be the key. Who's able to run it the second half is going to be the real key to who wins the football game.
Coach, thanks a lot. Sam and Bill, back to you.
Thanks, Buck Lanford and Dan Reeves. A tough job. They come off the bye week, but he's gotten his team ready. It's a tough year for him. He lost his franchise quarterback for virtually the entire season, it looks like now, Bill, and he's trying to hold his team together.
Yeah, and the guy just reeks of integrity, and I think in a lot of aspects there's not enough of that in the league from my perspective. And let's not kid ourselves here. In the offseason, it came about that the Atlanta Falcons were interested in Steve Mariucci. Now, how would you like to be the head coach and find that out? And then there's talk surrounding all kinds of stuff of all the things that you hear about. Well, they're talking to this coach or that coach, or they're looking for that. How would you like to be in his position and have to contend with all that? Plus the losing record that the team's on, all the injuries that you have to accrue. I think the guy has done too much in this league to tolerate any kind of, behind the back workings, if that is so going on. I think he's entitled to a lot of respect for everything he's accomplished in the league as a player and as a coach. He respects the league, he respects the game, and he should be respected for that. You shouldn't have to read newspaper articles about himself dogging him just because he's a little bit set in his ways.
Jay Feely kicks off. James Thrash from the 5. They fake the reverse, and Thrash finds a lane, and Artie Ulmer finds him and throws him down at the 26-yard line. Excellent play by an excellent special teams player, Artie Ulmer. First half numbers dominated by the Falcons, nearly doubling the Eagles' time of possession. Number of plays 35-20. First downs, time of possession, total yards. It's been an outstanding effort by the Falcons. Now the question is, can they keep it up?
Well, I think what Coach Reeves said coming out there at halftime was exactly it. I think the team that runs the ball best this half will come away with the win.
And on first down, McNabb goes to throw. Has plenty of time. Short to Correll Buckhalter. Turns it into a good gain. Up to the 44-yard line. And we'll check out the flag. It's on the near sideline. Terry McCauley checks it out. It's against the Falcons. An 18-yard pickup on the play.
Illegal contact. Defense. Number 32. Penalties decline. First down.
It's Todd McBride, who's starting today as the secondary was changed up. McBride. Jerron Bolden is making his season debut. He was injured in the playoff game against the Eagles last January. This is his first game of the year. Buckhalter, big hole! And Buckhalter is tripped up and falls forward across the Atlanta 45-yard line.
Well, when you make those changes to a 4-3, and I told you you're going to have little wrinkles and things you need to work out. Well, this was one of them. Watch right here. That's the under tackle, or in this case, the over tackle, because the tight end's there. But watch how it gets split. See how he gets scooped there and then gets pushed by? Now that splits the defense. And when you get that wash going with the double team scoop up into the linebacker, there's a little nuances that you need to work on when you switch.
Quick to L.J. Smith, the tight end, down to the 35. He's got another first down. Second catch of the game for the rookie tight end from Rutgers.
Sam, that's one area when I look at the Philadelphia Eagles that I feel hasn't been there all year for them. Now, we know the wide receivers haven't been there, but that you could almost plug into any year that they've been good. But I really think the tight end position is one that needs to get involved more in the passing game throughout the second half run. Because that was a position that Chad Lewis, or if it was Jeff Thomason, or whoever was here, now it's going to be L.J. Smith and Chad Lewis. But they need to get that. That ties your running game and your wide receiver passing game in. That brings your complete offense together.
Came up about a football length short of a first down, so it'll be second and that much for a first down. You see the way the passes have been distributed today. But L.J. Smith, they really like him a lot. And the role that Chad Lewis was playing a couple of years ago, I think Smith is evolving into that role. They like him a lot. He's an excellent receiver. Here's second and about a foot. for the Eagles at the 35-yard line. Flag on the play. They stop it. And it'll be a false start against Philadelphia.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Hey, you have to watch John Ritchie and Keith Brooking going at it. I mean, he's a specialist. All he does is block. He hasn't touched the ball since 1999 in a carry, but look at this collision. I mean, Ritchie gets into Brooking, who's coming back from those broken fractured vertebrae in his lower back, and has to take on that truckload of a man in Ritchie.
Still second down. Buckhalter again. Turns it into a first down inside the 30. Nice run by Correll Buckhalter. His 8th carry of the game. 37 yards.
You know, watch, take a look. Watch Ritchie get up in here and find somebody. He's going to look somebody up. He's looking. Now watch him. He gets on a body and he drives that thing. And Buckhalter just follows him into the hole. And once Ritchie gets that clearing, then he veers off into the second level of the run. That's where the running back has to take it on his own and use his eyes because the blockers are already engaged and going.
11-yard pickup on the last run. The play fake by McNabb. He waits. He's being rushed. He gets away and drops it off to Deuce Staley. Big hit. Staley holds on at the 13-yard line. Todd McBride knocked down Deuce Staley, but Staley did well to hold on to the football.
Well, McNabb made something out of nothing that should have been something. You follow me there? Watch, Thrash is in the huddle talking to him right now. I was open. Watch Thrash. He's going to run a deep post, and he is open. Look. Oh, he's on the outside coming in here. See him? He's open down here. Wide open down there, and McNabb had him, but pulled off him too early and had to make something out of nothing.
On first down from the 13, McNabb has time, throws into a crowd, but he got it in to L.J. Smith down to the 6-yard line.
Well, that's how you gain confidence in a young tight end. You know, you feed him the ball, and you keep feeding him the ball, and it doesn't matter if there's traffic there or not. McNabb eyes him up from the get-go. He sees him. Doesn't matter if there's bodies around. He just fires that ball in there and gets it right to his man.
Good start to the second half for Donovan McNabb. 7th play of the drive for the Eagles. Ball at the 6-yard line. They have to get to the 2 for a first down. Buckhalter stopped for a loss. Good penetration. Ed Jasper with a good tackle on Correll Buckhalter. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Eagles.
You know, Jasper, we saw him run down the guy on the outside before. Now watch Jasper 95. He's right here. Watch him jump outside, shed the tackle, block with Bobby Williams, and get in the backfield. You know why he's so fast, Sam? He spent his bye week hunting up in Montana, up at the owner Arthur Blank's retreat up there. And he went hunting, and he was running through the hills up there for 4 days all over those hills. He said he lost 12 pounds.
Why, the animals were chasing him?
He was chasing the animals.
Oh, okay. On 3rd down, the pump fake, McNabb rolls, looking into the end zone, and throws it away. Nobody open. And it was Ed Jasper chasing Donovan McNabb. Nobody close downfield.
When you got to go up into high altitudes and you got to run after mule deer and whitetail and elk, I mean, watch 95. There's containment loss, but 95 says, I'm going to get out there. He's listed at 293. First of all, that's a farce. He's about 285. Then he lost 12 pounds on top of that. He's not stout, he's not strong, but he can get rid of people quick and he can pursue.
David Akers to try and tie it up, and he puts it inside the upright, and the game is tied. A 25-yard field goal for David Akers. The Eagles with a good drive that stalls, but Akers ties it up.
Enter Southwest Airlines take your team to the Super Bowl sweepstakes, and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl for you and 10 friends.
Oh, how'd he make the list?
Brother-in-law.
Naturally.
Enter at southwest.com/Super Bowl.
Bud Light salutes you, Mr. Really Bad Toupee Wearer.
Mr. Really Bad Toupee Wearer.
You think it looks natural, but it couldn't look phonier if it had a chin strap.
Look at you!
Made of space-age fibers, it can repel anything. Rain, wind, snow, and especially young women.
I don't think so.
So make it a Bud Light, mister. And here's another for that thing on your head.
CTS. Breakthrough.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Cadillac. Bold vehicles defying convention.
Travis Jervey is deep to receive this kickoff from David Akers. Akers, who missed a couple of days of practice because of an inflamed toe, has been okay today. Jervey backed up 3 yards deep, brings it out. Sean Morey tripped him up, and Jervey falls forward to about the 20-yard line. Falcons and Eagles tied at 13.
SRX Performance Utility. Breakthrough.
All hands down!
A phantom ship that attacks and kills.
Our enemy has more than twice our guns, more than twice our numbers.
197 souls on the ultimate mission.
To take her, we'd have to be invisible.
Well then, there's not a moment to lose. On November 14th,
straight out of Mr. Mower.
The Hunt
Steady!
is on.
Come on, lad!
Russell Crowe.
Put up the colors.
Master and Commander. Rated PG-13. November 14th, only in theaters.
Unsurpassed engineering. Unparalleled technology. It blows away the competition. Champion. Mach 3 Turbo Champion. It's the world's best shave. Gillette guarantees it. Now with a red-hot new look. Nothing else even comes close. Test drive one today. Mach 3 Turbo Champion from Gillette. The best a man can get.
Rated T.
EA Games.
This is what defensive coordinator Jim Johnson has to deal with today in the rotation of the defensive line. You take a look at the numbers they rotate, and what they have here. Flanagan's brand new, and Kalu and Brandon Whiting are really the only ends, and they have to rotate everybody else through there. Somebody's going to be getting winded here soon.
Falcons start from the 19. T.J. Duckett fights his way up to about the 23-yard line. Duckett in the first half, 12 carries, 46 yards, a long of 20, and 1-yard touchdown run.
Here's Brandon Whiting, 98. Now watch what he has to do here. He's got that reach block. Watch him extend and force this ball back inside to the pursuit. Now, that's an outstanding job against Weiner, the offensive tackle, because he's trying to get the outside block on him to get to the corner, but he strings that thing out and makes it turn back inside to where all the bodies are.
And then Price, the wide receivers, the fake by Kittner. He dropped it off to the fullback, Justin Griffith, who gets up to the 32-yard line, close to the first down. Excuse me, the 27-yard line.
Sam,
be about a yard short. Clinton Hart on the tackle.
Sam, last week, Kittner, early in the game, he had some shots and he was overthrowing them, and he did the same thing today. He gets a little excited, but right there on that play, that was a nice play. He had the blitz on in his face. His back was to it. As he turned around, the blitzer was coming after him. He was right there, but he stayed poised. He hung in there and delivered the ball.
9 for 13 in the game. 3 wide receivers in out of the shotgun. Quarterback draw. Kittner for the first down. And the fans like that. Carlos Emmons in on the stop. But the second-year quarterback out of Illinois who took over for Doug Johnson. The Falcons had hoped that Johnson, in the absence of Michael Vick, would help lead the team. But they felt he made too many mistakes. Was too high risk of a player. Took too many chances. They feel that Kittner is more of a safe player. And thus far, he's shown it with the numbers today.
At Illinois, he came up with that pro offense run by Ron Turner. That certainly helps.
Fake draw. Kittner in trouble. Stepping up, flag on the play. Goes down at the 35. But there's a holding against the Atlanta Falcons.
Brian Kozlowski had N.D. Kalu all by himself outside. And Kalu uses his speed. He got up there on the outside edge and started turning the corner. And Kittner was going to get either just smacked around or he had to hold him.
Offense, number 85, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Here's Kozlowski up here, and watch Kalu get the jump. He's going to use his speed, and he gets outside. See that? Whew, that's quickness. He just gets up there, and then an extra burst. Whew, and he tucks his shoulder underneath Kozlowski. And if Koz didn't hold him and drag him down, Kittner was going to get whacked. Kittner.
Got it. Not Kittner. John Kittner. This is Kurt Kittner. Dallas leading Washington 7-6 at halftime. That's a game that's important for the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC East standings. Kittner in trouble. Dumped it off to T.J. Duckett, but the Eagles surround him and bring him down at the 31-yard line.
Bob Whitfield is down.
It's Bob Whitfield, the left tackle, who is shaken up. And there's not a lot of depth on the offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, there's a lot of bodies flying around back there in the vicinity of Kittner as he just used a little underhand shuffle, which, you know, that's pretty good. Pretty good heads up, trying to get something.
Concern now for Bob Whitfield.
Happy Jack wasn't told, but he was a fan.
Did we make a beer with half the carbs of Bud Light taste good? No. We made it taste great. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Taco Bell's Zesty Chicken Bowl. Grilled all-white meat chicken, seasoned rice, cheese, lettuce, and fiesta salsa. Made right when you order it. For a fresh taste that's hard to top. Show off. For fresh-made taste, think outside the bun.
Taxi! Taxi!
Eight.
5.
2. 23.
Zero.
Hello, Moto.
Fox tonight. The fear will be here.
I am death.
We don't want any.
The all-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. It's the most terrifying chase with death you've ever seen. All-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, part of a full hour. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox. Laugh Out Loud Sunday.
Big night on Fox tonight. Premiere of Laugh Out Loud night on Fox. Beginning at 7:30, 6:30 Central. King of the Hill, The Simpsons, Another Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle, and Arrested Development.
Is that where you type in bold letters, LOL?
Laugh Out Loud?
Is that it?
Bob Whitfield isn't laughing, that's for sure. Right now, that's a big loss on the offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons, who are already without one starter in Travis Claridge. And the right ankle injury, they've already put a stabilizing device on the right foot. Let's see if we can pick it up here, Bill.
Well, Sam, a lot of times when those bodies are flying around, offensive linemen have their back to the play. And somebody's probably going to fly around, and there it is right there, Corey Simon. rolls up on the back of him. And that's what's most offensive lineman injuries come on that kind of play right there. They're pass blocking and they're back, and then there's somebody from behind takes them out. They never see it coming.
Kevin Schaefer, second-year tackle out of Tulsa, who has not played a down, but has played only on special teams this season, comes in replacing Bob Whitfield. He's got a tough job ahead of him. Right now it's second down and 14 for the Falcons, who have to get to the 45 for a first down. 3 wide receivers in, with Jimmy Ferris joining Brian Finneran and Peerless Price. Warwick Dunn in the backfield as Kittner checks off. Over the middle to Peerless Price, slips one man. Wrapped up by Sheldon Brown up at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kittner is gaining a little poise out there. He is. From what I viewed last week on videotape and then early in this game, you know, you saw him right there at the line of scrimmage. He didn't see something he liked. Had the wherewithal to audible out of it. Found an open Peerless Price underneath. And, you know, for a play that started out, for a series that started out a little disastrous here, now that they got 3rd and 6, they can manage something here.
In motion is Jimmy Ferris. Here comes the blitz, and they're all over him and hit his arm again. The pass is incomplete. Flying in was Ike Reese.
You cannot. I can't emphasize enough. And I talked to Pete Mangurian about this. You need to keep more people in. You have 3rd and 6. You know who's coming. They're coming from everywhere. And they get everybody out. The backs don't stay in. Warwick Dunn is out into a route. They had their tight end out and wide receivers out. You can't do that on 3rd down against the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to bring the house, especially on a guy that's quarterbacking his 2nd game.
Reno Mahe, the rookie out of BYU, is back to return the punt of Chris Moore. Good high punt. Mahe from the 12. He's got good quickness. Slips one man, then he's brought down from behind. But a nice return for Reno Mahe.
Sounds
Jimmy
like something
Ferris
you would order
on the
at a sushi bar.
Is that right?
Yeah, I could have 2
Maybe
Reno
you would
Mahes
order.
and a Krafasaki.
Not me.
Hey, Ricky, Bill from down the block. Saw your dog got out. Anyway, I chased him about a block down. Took a header into a thorn bush. You know what? I'm scratched up, but okay. Don't worry about me. The dog is what's important.
I don't have a dog.
Whoops.
If you really want tickets to the game, just use your Visa.
It's the card you know they'll take everywhere you want to be. Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Friendly nonstop service all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. By Visa, if you love the NFL, it's everywhere you want to be. By Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Be you, nothing's better, Dr. Pepper. And by the H2, Hummer like nothing else.
Next week on the NFL on Fox, following the best pregame show there is, we begin with the Falcons and the Giants in New York. Tampa Bay at Carolina, Arizona at Pittsburgh. Right here on the NFL on Fox. Coverage begins at noon Eastern. On first down, Brett Buckhalter gets up to the 29, then is ridden down by a horde of Atlanta Falcons.
Who?
Led by Keith Brooking. That's a big group, a horde of Falcons. By the way, you're not getting sushi, you're getting veal. Dimitrin Veal, number 99, is in at defensive tackle, making his NFL debut, and now he comes out with Travis Hall out with a sprained neck and not likely to return. Veal was in for that last play.
I always think it's nice when you have free range Veal. See him moving around there?
Three wide receivers in, short throw by McNabb, completes the thrash. He cut inside again and moves upfield. Last time when he should have cut outside and got out of bounds, he didn't. This time he got a couple of extra yards on the spin inside.
And the way this game is right now at 13-13, that was a big mistake. And we had to go into halftime and we had to get off, but that was a huge mistake. And that coupled along with the fact that they lost a timeout when Andy Reid challenged something that you couldn't challenge. Those two things cost the Eagles 3 points.
The play fake by McNabb, and he fires, and it's through the hands of Chad Lewis. It was right on the money.
That was hot.
But Lewis couldn't hang on.
Incoming hot. That thing was just a dart. That was a great throw. It was on a rope. Watch this. That's as straight as you can possibly put a ball. Ooh. And you can't catch that ball with your hands. See, he tried to use his body to catch it. When you're coming across the middle, right, you just got to get your hands out there. You got the gloves on. Grab that thing.
The rookie Brian Scott just missed an interception for the Falcons. 2nd and 10. Buckhalter finds an opening. Good run into Falcons territory. Down to the 44. And he's got a first down. Keith Brooking and Keith Newman in on the stop, a 13-yard run.
Sam, great move. Watch this. Watch him wait on John Ritchie. John Ritchie's going to make the block up in here, and then watch Buckhalter read off it. He's going to see it. There's the block, and he cuts that way. Is that not a thing of beauty? I mean, when you draw things up in your run game and stuff, you have an idea that's how you'd like it to happen. But it doesn't always happen like it. That was just how you draw it up.
Deuce Staley in and went in motion. L.J. Smith, the tight end, takes it down to the 32. Corey Hall, number 27, made the tackle. But McNabb throwing the ball well. That was the 4th catch by L.J. Smith, a 12-yard pickup. It seems like every progress, every completion is about 12 yards.
Well, the thing I'm saying that I haven't seen when I've watched the Eagles, I have not seen them every week, but I did watch the Washington game because we saw them on film. I did the Dallas game, and there was something wrong with McNabb. There's nothing wrong with him right now.
On first down, he has time, and wide open, the completion to Greg Lewis. There's a flag on the play, and the other Illinois alumnus, Greg Lewis, who was one of the receivers of Kurt Kittner at Illinois, made the catch. He's got good speed. He's a rookie.
Well, he was on the same team.
Defense, number 53. Penalties decline. First down.
Greg Lewis says Kittner never threw him the ball. Well, take a look. Look how far they're playing off. Now, you get 5 yards to get your hands on a receiver. He was playing off 5 yards, made contact at about 7 or 8.
The catch, the first NFL catch for the rookie Greg Lewis, 18 yards. Eagles first down at the Falcon 15.
Or McNabb's number, but he's on fire since they came out the second half.
We'll get it for you.
You always do.
Buckhalter. Not much this time, couple of yards. Keith Brooking wraps him up.
Keith Brooking's just a throwback.
He's gutsy.
Well, he's playing football 20 years too late. Because he was really like a late 70s, 80s guy. You know, look at him. You see that face? He wants to call. He wants it now. Get it in. There's a guy. He's got broken, fractured vertebrae in his lower back, and it doesn't bother him. He's got a job to do. The game means everything to him, and he wants to get it done.
On second down, McNabb being pressured, throws, finds Deuce Staley. Staley battling inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
Flag down.
There's a flag, and we'll check it out.
Hold.
It's against the Eagles for holding negates the play. Good effort by Deuce Staley, though. Battling for extra yardage, but it'll be wiped out.
Illegal hands to the face. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Bobby Williams, who has replaced Jermaine Mayberry, who's done for the season on injury reserve. And Williams taking over.
Oh, you have to watch his hands. Here he is right here. He's going against Ed Jasper. Now see where his hand goes. His first shot goes right to his head.
McNabb in the second half is 8 for 9, 104 yards, 15 for 20, 187 for the game.
I thought he had the hot hand.
Empty backfield. Reno Mahe is split out wide to the right side. McNabb throwing incomplete. Threw it behind Mahe. Big plays allowed in the first 7 games, 40. Today, just 1.
Well, there's improvement, but the thing about it is there was only one place to go for Atlanta's defense, and that was up.
And that big plays, we're saying over 20 yards. Eagles have to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. McNabb with time, fires, and it's dropped. Another drop, this one by Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah, he throws that ball so hard sometimes. I mean, he had him open here. And this thing, look, there's no arc on that ball. Not that there may need to be, but I'm saying when you throw a ball 20 yards on a rope, you've got a lot behind it. And we saw Chad Lewis unable to bring one in that was right on the hands, and there's Freddie Mitchell as well. Sometimes, you know, he's got a big arm. He's a strong guy, but sometimes you just might need a little bit more touch.
Akers to give the Eagles the lead. No! It was deflected.
Ed Jasper.
First block in the career of David Akers.
When you lose 12 pounds and you're fast and you've been chasing after elk, mule deer, whitetail, you've been shedding 12 pounds up in the mountains of Montana, watch him use his body, get skinny, get through the hole, get his hands up.
That hasn't happened before to David Akers. The game stays tied.
Sometimes in the face of insurmountable odds, unlikely heroes are born. As precious seconds ticked away, you took an impossible amount of data and turned it into something impossibly good. You have the new Microsoft Office system. Victory is yours.
Morning, Joe. New haircut? No. New shoes? No.
Hey, Joe. You been working out?
No.
Hey, Joe. Shave your mustache?
Nope. You sure that's not a new haircut?
Yes.
Did you just get back from vacation?
No.
Did you get a promotion?
No.
Did I?
No.
No.
What's different? He finally asked his doctor about Viagra. Ready to ask your doctor about Viagra for the first time? Find out if a free sample is right for you. To learn more, visit Viagra.com. Ask your doctor and see the difference.
Hey, Coach, anything?
Nothing.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Microsoft. Your potential, our passion.
Check out Eddie Jasper. Watch him flip his hips inside here and his shoulders and then pry everything open like a can opener. He got skinny up in Montana and he got skinny in the hole.
Falcons start from the 31. TJ Duckett barrels ahead up to the 35-yard line. Nate Wayne made the tackle as the game remains tied. Ed Jasper.
They call him Fish.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what they call him, Fish.
Why?
Well, one, he loves to fish. He fishes all the time, any place he can. But the real reason came when he was in Philadelphia, and he used to be an Eagle. One of the guys on the line said he was as ugly as a catfish, and it just stuck. And every place he goes, everyone calls him Fish. He walks into the meeting room, everyone says Fish. He's playing like a whale today, I got to tell you.
Kintner's pass is blocked, deflected, and falls incomplete. Good work up front by the defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles. Corey Simon got a piece of that ball.
That stand and that blocked field goal, boy, that really sets the stage for a lot of things. When you drive the field and you get the ball and you march all the way down and you get in scoring distance and you have an opportunity and you come up big like that as a defensive stand, that just takes the air out of teams that are driving.
It just emphasizes the drops that McNabb had. 3 wide receivers for Atlanta. And in comes Darwin Walker and hurls Kittner to the ground. Walker with a sack. The Eagles haven't had all that many this season, just their 13th.
How did D-Dub come that free? Nobody should be that free. Nobody blocked him. Roberto Garza's in there at guard and just turned him loose and let Warrick Dunn try to pick him up. That is what you call a broken assignment.
Second sack for the Eagles today gives them 14 on the season. Chris Moore with his second punt. Reno Mahe is deep. Good high punt. Mahe backed up to the 17. There's a flag on the play.
Roughing the punter, Ike Reese.
Ike Reese may have roughed the kicker. It's against Philadelphia. After a 53-yard punt and 10-yard return. Is it a 15-yarder?
Running into the kicker. Defense, number 58. Penalties decline. First down.
That's only a 5-yard penalty. Would not have given Atlanta a first down.
That's running into the kicker. That's the telltale sign. Running into the kicker is 5 yards. Roughing the kicker would be the big one, 15 and automatic first down. That's why they declined the penalty. They had a deep kick there. They had good coverage on the kick. No sense in trying to re-kick and giving those guys another opportunity to return.
Sometimes in the face of insurmountable odds, unlikely heroes are born. As precious seconds ticked away, you took an impossible amount of data and turned it into something impossibly good. You have the new Microsoft Office system. Victory is yours.
Searching other websites for low fares? Better get comfortable. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by November 13th.
You are now free to move about the country.
You know, some interesting facts about Delaware, guys. It was the first state to ratify the Constitution. Thank you, forefathers. Man, am I glad we wrote that thing up. Each article, I mean, we'll cover all the articles, but... North Carolina. Horse population of 220,000. A lot of hoofs, too, almost 1 million. A lot of hay. What is hay, exactly? Is it wheat? You know, I dated a girl named Georgia. Had to break
For
it
when
up,
you
though.
need it most, our longest-lasting Energizer Max ever.
After that, I told myself...
Do you have the bunny
I
inside?
am not dating girls named after states.
Ike Reese got up and argued with Terry McCauley, the referee, saying he was pushed into the kicker, and the referee agreed that was only running into him and not roughing, and so it turns out okay, and Ike Reese is smiling again on the sideline, talking to the coaches upstairs. The Eagles, who ran only 20 plays in the first half, have had 18 in the third quarter, but they've only put 3 points on the board. Staley and Mahe in the backfield, and in motion comes Reno Mahe, who was a wide receiver in college. McNabb deep for Smith, and L.J. Smith with a big gainer inside the 40 to the 37. Brian Scott took him down, but the tight end L.J. Smith got open deep.
Well, right from the start, there was miscommunication out there. Brian Scott, he's in there waving them off, and they're looking back here at each other, and they get there's miscommunication. See him jumping around here? And that leaves the middle of the field wide open, and that's where they hit L.J. Smith.
36-yard pickup, 5th catch of the game for L.J. Smith.
Putting in a new defense, you'll have those problems. They've got it again right now.
Buckhalter waits, finds the opening, gets down to about the 32-yard line. The Eagles controlling the ball in the third quarter, but only able to get 3 points to tie this game. And into the fourth, it's the Eagles and Falcons tied at 13.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
29 undercovers Jeff Cole dredges up dirt on the Navy tonight at 10.
Mayor Street's commitment to public education is real and it's crucial.
There used to be high crime, open-air drug markets. Now there's police officers on those corners.
We've seen blight get cleaned up and abandoned cars get picked up and moved away.
In endorsing Mayor Street, the Daily News says his record of achievement in Philadelphia neighborhoods is impressive, even inspiring.
I've seen the past 4 years the big change in the neighborhood.
On Tuesday, vote Democratic. Re-elect Mayor Street.
Why count on Verizon Business DSL?
The meeting's been pushed up to now.
We're ready.
But they just emailed the spreadsheet.
They're here.
But they just added more pictures.
They're downloaded.
But really?
Verizon Business DSL delivers the connection that's made for your business and support you can count on. Order now for a special offer on Verizon Business DSL. Just call 1-888-3282-DSL today.
Hey, we just look great.
Mm-hmm.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
Is it a marvel of engineering? A triumph of technology? Or a new benchmark of design? Yes. Introducing the new LS from Lexus.
Welcome back to Atlanta. Sam Rosen along with Bill Moss, and the Philadelphia Eagles and Atlanta Falcons head for the fourth quarter tied at 13. The Falcons' revamped defense has done a good job, but just got burned for 36 yards on that pass to L.J. Smith.
Well, there was miscommunication there, and they've done a good job in the first half. In the second half, though, Philadelphia has made some adjustments, and they're really attacking the secondary of the Falcons. They're using a lot of shifts in motion, and they're catching this new defense, and they're making them second-guess themselves on responsibilities and coverage.
Two tight ends in for the Eagles. Long count by McNabb. He stumbled coming back from center. Throws wide open. The completion of L.J. Smith to the 5-yard line. Sixth catch of the game for L.J. Smith, who's the hero of the game right now for the Eagles, along with Donovan McNabb.
Well, I want you to watch. Nobody gets a piece of him. He comes off the line free. He gets back in zone. They come with some pressure, but nobody ever touched him. That's part of the problems right now for the secondary. With the changes they've made, there's some breakdowns in the communication. Matt Stewart has been in there a lot too, and he was supposed to be the odd man out because you have 4 linebackers. He was a starter, and Keith Newman was supposed to be the guy in there.
On first and goal from the 5, Deuce Staley is in. Touchdown! Staley finishes off the drive that was highlighted by 2 big pass plays from Donovan McNabb to L.J. Smith. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Staley's second touchdown of the season, rushing. And the Eagles have had a strong second half here. Strong start to the second half, and now into the fourth quarter. David Akers for the extra point. And the Eagles now lead 20-13 after falling behind 13-10. Deuce Staley, a valuable man, runs it in.
When we design our cars, we don't see sheet metal. We see the people who may one day drive them. OnStar is now available on most models. It's different in a Saturn.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Ooh.
Firewall. Like that could stop me. Once I got her account number, I couldn't spend fast enough. 64-inch plasma screen monitor, 10 4.2 megahertz wireless routers, and $20,000 to complete my robot. My girl robot. This is gonna be the best prom ever.
Introducing City Identity Theft Solutions. Free with any City card. Help getting your life back? That's using your card wisely.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Saturn, makers of the highly adaptable View, stylish midsize L300, and the fun-to-drive Ion. By Subway, good so you don't always have to be. Subway, eat fresh. By Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. And by State Farm, providing insurance and financial services. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Deuce Staley comes through as Brian Westbrook out of the lineup. Staley and Buckhalter have carried the load. And Staley finds a way to make himself an important part of this offense, finishing off the drive. But two big plays to L.J. Smith. 2 catches, 64 yards in that drive. The kickoff by Akers. Allen Rossum, 2 yards deep, brings it out. Slips by one man. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. Good tackle on the play by Roderick Hood.
Sam, when they got down on the goal line down here after that first down, look. Look what they have here. 1, 2, 3 linemen, okay? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 linebackers. So now you have a 34. They switched back. Here's Patrick Kearney. He's down inside over Runyon. Watch this. The whole wash, he gets caught up in there. He's been playing on the outside edge of the tackle most part of the day. And that's where he's best, I believe. And in a 4-3, that's what you line up out there. Then all of a sudden they change back to a 34. He has to go head up and gets washed.
Falcons come out with 2 tight ends. T.J. Duckett carrying. Short pickup on the play. Second half, Falcons have had just 2 possessions prior to this one. Both have wound up in punts. So their offense has bogged down. The Eagles' defense has tightened up.
Well, yeah, the Eagles' defense has made a lot of plays in the passing game.
And the Eagles' offense has done a good job controlling the football.
And they have. And they've made some plays in the passing game. And that's the thing. And the Eagles' defense, Sam, has taken control of the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Jimmy Ferris in. 3 wide receivers for Atlanta. Fearless Price in motion. Sheldon Brown goes with him. The handoff is to Warwick Dunn. Brought down up the 26-yard line.
You know what? It's really physical down there. You know? It's a physical game here today. And some games play, and you know the lines, they kind of, you know, they may pillow fight a little bit. You know, you play teams, see teams play sometimes, and it's all about passing, and you know they're pass blocking and doing this and that. These guys are going at it. I mean, it is a war down there in the trenches today.
Falcons 3rd and 4. Price in motion. Look at Kalu, the way he lined up, standing up. That pass too low for Fearless Price. 3 and out for Atlanta as the offense bogs down. Time for an update in Dallas. Let's go to JB.
Sam and Bill. Troy Hambrick put the ball on the ground twice in the first half, but Bill Parcells had to come back to him. 27 yards on that drive. Short yardage touchdown run by Hambrick. Dallas on top of Washington by 8. Back to Sam Rosen and Bill Moss.
Hey, JB, I heard you in the pregame show, and I have to know, is Daniel Snyder dialing up Jimmy Johnson right now?
The punt way up in the air by Chris Moore. And the fair catch waved for by Reno Mahe at the 34-yard line.
You know, that's what they were saying, Sam, in the pregame show. Jimmy Johnson said they've got to be a bad state up there if a Washington guy's calling a Dallas guy.
I received this wedding gift from my husband's aunt, but I don't need a monkey lamp. I was extremely torn. I didn't know whether I should just keep the lamp or return it and risk hurting her feelings. So I asked myself, what would Jared do?
I would return the lamp. She really just wants you to be happy. Then I'd get a red wine vinaigrette club.
So, where's the lamp?
The Red Wine Vinaigrette Club from Subway. Eat fresh.
You live a lot of your life between 0 and 55. No one understands that like your State Farm agent. That's why more people insure their cars with us than anyone else. Because we think car insurance should be as much about you as it is about your car.
With a 140 horsepower engine and responsive handling, we put the fun back into the compact car, the Saturn Ion. Get a new 2004 Saturn Ion 2 or Ion 3 with 0% APR financing and $1,000 towards your down payment. Excludes Ion 1. For restrictions, see your retailer.
I break for yard sales.
I break for little old ladies.
Boys.
UFOs.
I break for free oil changes.
Visit your Midas mechanic now and get a free oil change with any Midas brake job, including our lifetime brake pads or shoes. Guaranteed for as long as you own your car.
The Falcons defense has had to work a lot harder in this second half. You can see already in 1 quarter plus 2.5 minutes, they've had to be on the field more than they were the entire first half.
Sam, and they're back into the 3-4 defense because Travis Hall is gone. That leaves them with 5 defensive linemen, and one of them a rookie who's never played Veal.
That pass complete to L.J. Smith. No, it's waved off. They said he trapped it. Incomplete. Travis Hall was hurt on this play chasing down Donovan McNabb.
Right here, he kind of got knocked out there and went down, and now he's left. So that leaves them with only 5 defensive linemen. They're looking at the neck injury there, neck x-ray. That leaves them with 5 defensive linemen. That's why we saw them go back to the 3-4 defense down there by the goal line. They're still in the 3-4 defense right now with only 5 defensive linemen left on the roster. That's what they have to be in.
4 wide receivers for the Eagles. Everybody out. McNabb's pass was tipped up in the air and falls incomplete.
That's Stewart.
That's Stewart, the linebacker, coming in from outside to bat that ball down. Donovan McNabb now 17 for 26 in the game. 251 yards. No interceptions. 1 touchdown. Finally to a wide receiver, Freddie Mitchell. Here's that play again by Matt Stewart.
You know who I would not want to be? I would not want to be Wade Phillips. Think about all the things that this guy has to go through. He's just changed his whole secondary. He changed his structure from a 3-4 to a 4-3 in the bye week. He doesn't have enough defensive linemen. He loses one to Travis Hall, has to go back to the 34 defense. He's bringing guys, blitzing guys, sending it. He has no idea what guys are going to line up out there.
GMC Sierra Extended Cab with more standard V8 horsepower than the new Ford F-150. Try as they might, they still can't catch us. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to. Sierra is the only full-size pickup available with OnStar.
Check that safe. Watch 26. It's on 2. Check go. Ready? Watch to yo. Watch to yo. Come on. Red. Watch to yo. Watch the ball.
I thought you were gonna block. Man, I thought you were gonna run.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Wade Phillips, the revamped secondary, has given up 251 yards passing to the Eagles. Donovan McNabb is hooked up with 8 different receivers in the game. Here's 3rd and 10. Up the middle comes Deuce Staley, who is tripped up. He dives for the first down line, and it's very, very close. Good effort by Deuce Staley.
He's going to be short here. You know, this is going to be an area of the field that might be a little interesting. You know,
what do you think?
With all the problems defensively that Atlanta's had, and the way you have the momentum going right now for the Eagles, if you're 4th and inches, you know, that go.
Oh, I don't think so, Bill. Not here. You don't. If you don't make it.
Look,
7-point game.
Atlanta has so many problems. You can see them, you know, just circling the drain now defensively. You know, I mean, they are just circling. They've got injuries. They got problems. You know, 4th and inches, and Philly's been rolling.
The punting unit comes on as they come up a foot short. Andy Reid wanted the spot. Dirk Johnson's out there. Alan Rossum, a great return man, who had a big return earlier in the game. 72-yard punt return. Turned into 3 points, not 7 for the Falcons. Doug Johnson is warming up along the sideline for Atlanta, so we may have a quarterback change. This is Dirk Johnson's punt toward the side, bounces sideways and rolls out of bounds. That's the best thing you could want for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, this was a great week for everybody to celebrate Halloween, and the kids at the Philadelphia Children's Hospital were treated to the Eagles showing up. Mike Reese was Spider-Man. Paul Grassmanis was Bob the Builder. A.J. Feely, the Pirate. Alonzo Ephraim, Dracula. And Corell Buckhalter, Scarecrow. Good time on Halloween for the kids at Children's Hospital.
You know, it's an interesting concept. You know, Philadelphia can love their teams, and they can really get a little bit upset with them at times too, but around the holidays when these guys are out doing stuff, they're all one.
Looking for a spark. Doug Johnson comes in. TJ Duckett carries but gets nothing on first down, and you can hear the crowd reacting as the Falcons offense is bogged down. Kurt Kittner 11 for 18, 78 yards in the game for 1 interception.
I just don't think he played that bad. The change is, I don't quite understand why. I guess they're looking for anything right now. We've seen everybody that can play.
Flag on the play. Kalou jumped offside. The pass is caught by Algie Crumpler, the tight end. The ball pops loose and the Eagles recover.
That's what happens when you start pressing.
It's going to be offside against Philadelphia, so the fumble is wiped out, and the Falcons will retain possession.
Offside, defense, number 94, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And when we talk about a free play, that's what we mean by a free play. No matter what happened on that play, the Eagles recovered a fumble. Doesn't matter. They were offside, and Atlanta had a free play.
I don't know if Atlanta knew that, though. That was so right at the snap of the ball. I'm not sure if they even knew it was a free play, but they sure lucked out on it.
Falcons at the 29-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5. Duckett and Griffith in the backfield.
Now you have the fullback move.
The flag goes down. The play is stopped. False start.
Offense, number 33, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Justin Griffith. And when this has been what has happened throughout the season for the Falcons. When things start to go bad, they totally unravel. Falcons had a good first half. Dominated time of possession. Led at halftime. But the second half, they haven't been able to get anything going. We saw them against Minnesota, and they led the Vikings at halftime.
Sam, and I don't think that is a coaching thing. I think that's an individual thing. When things go bad, hey, things have gone bad for Philadelphia, too. They've suffered a ton of injuries as well.
Good point. Doug Johnson being rushed. Kalu was after him. Now Semino after him. And the pass is out of bounds, incomplete.
Bobby Taylor matched up with Brian Finneran. I'm sorry, not Bobby Taylor. Troy Vincent, 23. Now Bobby Taylor's down, but he's matched up. He's just coverage all the way around. Now to the other side is what they're doing with Peerless Price is they're rolling coverage over there. So Troy Vincent just stays with Brian Finneran wherever he goes, and then Peerless Price is drawing double coverage. He's got the corner and the safety.
That's Vincent opposite Finneran. Only one first down in the second half for Atlanta. They had 13 in the first half. On third down, Johnson throws, batted down. That's Sheldon Brown covering Jimmy Farris.
And when Vincent has Finneran shut down, and you have double coverage over on Peerless Price, you have to look for the third receiver, and your third receiver has to get open. But Farris could not get away from Sheldon Brown.
Do you think this second half is more of the Eagles defense playing that much better, or the Falcons offense playing that much worse?
I think the Falcons offense played that much worse, and I think the Eagles, on the other side of the ball, the Eagles offense has made adjustments and played that much better.
Way up in the air goes Chris Moore's punt. Fair catch wait for and caught by Reno Mahe at the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Eagles, who, though they have a 7-point lead, are in control of the game.
The GMC Sierra Extended Cab with more standard V8 horsepower than the new Ford F-150. Try as they might, they still can't catch us. Professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to. Sierra is the only full-size pickup available with OnStar.
Hey, Gina, so where do you suppose he was going? I think he's sitting at home and he says to himself, today's the day. Today I go for a little ride.
See, this just makes my day.
And that just made my day.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. Now at Sprint stores, get great deals on a wide selection of PCS Vision picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
Get ready to laugh out loud with the premiere of Fox Sunday. First, it's Brad Pitt as Boomhauer's brother. On the King of the Hill season premiere. Then it's the all-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, where Homer becomes the Grim Reaper.
These seats suck.
Leave everything to me. Coming through, rest in peace, you're dead, take a dirt nap, beat the worm.
Part of the full hour. And Malcolm's Family hits Vegas with David Cassidy.
Those aren't for you. Pass them on.
Plus, from Ron Howard and Imagine Television comes the premiere of Arrested Development, the show Time Magazine calls the fall's best new sitcom.
You love it here?
I'm having the time of my life.
Hey, T-Bone. Fox Laugh Out Loud Sunday premieres at 7:30, 6:30 Central tonight.
You know, one of the rules of thumb in the NFL is if your offense can score 20, 21 points and your defense can hold them to 17 points or less, that's a formula for winning in the NFL. Jim Johnson's defense, he's been the defensive coordinator for 71 games for the Philadelphia Eagles, 60%. 42 times he's held opposing offenses to 17 or less points.
The toss to Buckhalter. The Falcons are there. Buckhalter slipped a couple of tackles and got a couple of yards on the play.
So basically what I'm telling you, Sam, as a former defensive player, you can talk West Coast offense all you want. You can talk about the genius of it. You can talk about Donovan McNabb and all your receivers and all your guys. If that man right there isn't around, it's a different story, my friend.
Two tight ends in for the Eagles with Goose Staley in the backfield. Short drop by McNabb and overthrew Todd Pinkston. quarterbacks that never got going.
Hey, stop right there. This whole year. Bingston has never got going this whole year, Sam.
He signed a contract extension. He has only one catch in the game today.
I think, you know what?
17 for the season start.
Yeah, I'm not sure about what has happened to that guy. I thought he was always skinny and undersized and all that good stuff, but Andy's stuck with him and giving him opportunities, and he's caught some balls, and, you know, he's been in there. He's been productive, but not much this year.
On third down, McNabb has plenty of time. Now he throws wide open. James Thrash down to the 11-yard line. He could have had a sandwich, a Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, and whatever he wanted, some dessert as well.
You know what Donovan McNabb wants when he's got that much time?
Soup.
Chunky soup. Campbell's chunky soup. You got to, hey, you know.
Look at this.
We were just talking about Philadelphia's defense and the job that they do. And I neglected to tell you that this year they've suffered 7 major injuries to that defense, okay?
4 on the defensive line.
Yeah. And then what about the great secondary? Troy Vincent's been out, Brian Dawkins, Bobby Taylor. Well, you know, the Falcons had similar problems along those lines, and they haven't responded as well.
Buckhalter is pulled down. Nice play by the rookie Brian Scott coming through the safety.
And that's why I say it's not a coaching thing, that's an individual thing. Because as a professional, you got to get yourself ready to play. If the guy in front of you goes down, you better step right in, and you better not miss a beat. That's why you're called a professional. That's why you bring in that big paycheck. And Atlanta Falcons, you know, they just seem to have fallen apart. Oh, we lost our quarterback. Oh, we lost this. Oh, we lost that. So-and-so got hurt. We've got injuries. Every team has them. Individually, you have to step up and answer the bell. You can't let guys run all over the field like that.
On 2nd and 12, looked like McNabb had his foot stepped on by one of the linemen, and he just fell back. May have been the guard, Bobby Williams. Williams has had a rough day, a couple of penalties, and I think he may have stepped on McNabb's foot. Let's see. As 66 moved to his left, I think he stepped right on Donovan's foot.
It looks like his body came out of there, but his feet didn't.
Oh,
he did get stepped on twice, and that's the bad ankle.
It's called a sack.
I got to tell you, you know, say what you want about the injuries and this and that. The one thing about Donovan, he's a tough son of a gun.
You betcha.
You know, he doesn't complain. He hasn't brought mention to it. He wants to practice. He wants to be out there. He wants to compete. He wants to let his team know. He doesn't make excuses. I saw this guy last year lose his stomach running around the field down in Jacksonville and never stop playing.
Here's some very bad news for the Atlanta Falcons. Their starting left tackle, long-time starting left tackle, Bob Whitfield, suffered a fractured fibula, ligament damage. He's done. That's it for the season for him.
Is that like the injury of the year, or
the broken fibula? I mean, it can be.
It's been going around.
What a sad ending for him for this season. And it's been a tough one for Dan Reeves. Tonight on Fox, it's premiere night, premiere of Laugh Out Loud night, King of the Hill, The Simpsons twice, Malcolm in the Middle, and Arrested Development. Tune in. It's a fun night. Laugh Out Loud night here on Fox. Eagles called the timeout. Now they come for the 16-yard line with 8 minutes to go. Deuce Staley in the backfield. They have to get down to the 1-yard line for a first down. McNabb throwing short. It's dropped off the hands of Deuce Staley. There's a flag that just came in. Flag just came in well after the play was completed.
Sam, Atlanta, you know, they're out there, and before the snap, they're trying to look at everybody. They're turning around, pointing to make sure everybody, you got him. No, I got him. No, I got here. I'm in the middle. No, you're not. They're all pointing around, looking at each other. I mean, they've had a change on the fly here.
Pass interference, offense, number 82, 10-yard penalty, third down.
And mind you, they've primarily worked on the 4-3 defense against all these shifts and motions. But look at these guys. They're just running around. The linebackers, he's pointing back here. He's pointing over here. He's pointing back. I mean, look at it. It's just mass confusion. And they didn't practice much of the 34 defense against all the shifts in motion. Primarily all week, they worked on the 4-3 defense.
Dan Reeves accepted the penalty to push the Eagles back, making a longer field goal, hoping his team will hold here, not give up any more yardage. Quick out to Todd Pinkston, and he's taken out of bounds at the 23. And that will bring up about a 40-yard field goal try for David Akers, who comes on.
Sam, and when you're not sure of what you're doing, that's how far you play off. I mean, there's just enormous cushion. I mean, look how far back they are. I mean, they saw what happened. They had to run up about 10 yards. They're playing off. And they feel comfortable back there because they're not quite sure.
Akers trying to give the Eagles a 10-point lead. It's right down the middle. David Akers kicks the field goal, 41 yards, make it 40 officially, and the Eagles have a 10-point lead. Second half, T.J. Duckett, who ran so well in the first half, was shut down by the Eagles defense that really got revved up. They stopped the Falcons' running game, which was so effective in controlling the ball in the first half. And the Eagles offense has controlled the ball in the second half and put up 13 points.
I go back to what Dan Reeves said to Buck down there at halftime. What did he say? He said,
whoever runs the ball better
will win this game.
The Eagles haven't run it all that much, but they've controlled it with the passing game. Has been a very effective control passing game.
And the time of possession has changed because Atlanta hasn't been able to run the ball and control the clock, and everything about them. They've given up opportunities. But that's the big thing. Look, you can see right there the Eagles defense, what they've allowed.
Well, the Eagles, who trail the Dallas Cowboys by 1 game in the NFC East. The Cowboys are leading early in the fourth quarter at home over Washington, 14-6. The Giants won today to go 4-4. Akers, Travis Jervey, 2 yards deep, and takes a knee.
The NFC East certainly is getting interesting.
It is. The Giants have put together a couple of wins now. Earlier today in a battle for New York against the Jets. The Jets tied the game in the closing seconds to force overtime. In the overtime, the Giants missed a field goal that would have won it. Then Doug Bryan's field goal here was hurried and it was blocked. And then with time running out in the overtime, Brett Conway kicked the field goal to give the Giants a 31-28 win, and the Giants will be home against the Atlanta Falcons next week. T.J. Duckett in the backfield for Atlanta. Doug Johnson. The deep drop and the deep throw for Peerless Price. He's got it. There's a flag on the play. Price wrestled out of bounds by Lito Shepherd at the Eagles 32.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I believe they're going to call pass interference against defense. They'll decline it. Lito Shepherd was all over Peerless Price.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 26. Penalties decline. First down.
That was a big play right here. See that little move right there? He's engaged. If anything, it actually could have been holding the ball. Wasn't in the air yet.
48-yard pickup for the Falcons as Doug Johnson hits the long pass. Johnson replacing Kurt Kittner. Blitz coming. And there he's wrapped up. Nate Wayne's got him, and down he goes. Let's find out what's happening in Dallas. JB, what's going on?
Well, Sam, it's been pretty ugly. And I tell you what, Terry Glenn has dropped a couple balls that led to interceptions, but he hung in there. Caught this one from Quincy Carter, 19 yards to pay dirt, and Dallas on top of Washington, 21-6, looking to make it 11 of the last 12 over the Skins. Back to Sam and Bill.
Cowboys have really dominated the Redskins in their series. Third sack of the game for the Eagles. Nate Wayne taking down Doug Johnson. Ball back at the 37-yard line, 2nd and 15. Johnson out of the shotgun. Going short to Peerless Price. Got away from one man. Runs into Lito Shepherd. And is taken down at the 33-yard line. Time running out on the Falcons, and Johnson shaking his throwing hand. Mike Reese has come in at middle linebacker for the Eagles, replacing Mark Semino. Falcons offense was outstanding in the first half, but only 2 first downs here in the second half. Possession only 9 minutes. Warwick Dunn in the backfield. 3 wide receivers for Atlanta. Here comes the blitz again. And it's complete to Warwick Dunn. Johnson was hit by Clinton Hart just as he released, and the lob pass fell into the arms of Warwick Dunn.
So I'm just going to use a fictitious thought here.
Yes.
You're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're on offense, and you get a big pass play downfield, and you're in scoring territory, or you're inside the 30-yard line. What do you think is going to happen in the next play?
They're going
to blitz, and they did, and they didn't max protect it. And then it becomes 3rd down, and what do you think they're going to do again?
They'll blitz again right here. Jay Feely, 46-yard field goal try is good. So the Falcons get 3 back. They make it a 1-touchdown game. Season long for Jay Feely, 46 yards.
You know, I dated a girl named Georgia. Had to break it off, though. It's about love, man. That's what it's
For
about.
when you need it most, our longest-lasting Energizer Max ever.
After that, I told myself,
Do you have the bunny inside?
I am not dating girls named after states.
Next week on the NFL on Fox, #1 pregame show starts it off at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Then the Falcons visit the Giants, Tampa Bay at Carolina, Arizona's at Pittsburgh. All on the NFL on Fox. Earlier today, Gary Collins, 24 for 40, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chad Pennington, his first start of the season, 27 for 45, 281 yards, 4 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. As the Giants beat the Jets 31-28.
Kick it away right here. Would you? You're going to need 2 scores or 2 scores or 1 score and go for 2.
Well, you just tie the game. You're down 7 points. You can go for the... They're kicking it deep. James Thrash on the return. And the Falcons, outstanding coverage. Quan Russell, number 55. Jimmy Ferris, number 87. There to make the stop on James Thrash.
You know, Sam, when we met with Pete Mangurian earlier this week on Friday, and he talked about the things they wanted to do to win, and he said, you know, we're going to have a lot of 7- and 8-man protections. And you're going to see 1- and 2 receiver routes with Crumpler and Price. And I have to protect these guys. And that's exactly what I haven't seen this second half. You know, you have to know, you got 2 young quarterbacks in there. One guy in his second time playing ever, and you're leaving him right in the pocket where the defense knows where he's going to be. Either move the pocket or max protect that blitz.
Eagles start from the 16-yard line. McNabb, short drop, throws, and it's broken up. Good play by Jerron
Yeah,
Bolden.
they're going to throw the flag on him.
They did.
Yes, yeah, and I'll tell you why is because Jerron Bolden had his arm on the back of the receiver, Freddie Mitchell, when he went to make the break on the ball with his other hand.
Jerron Bolden suffered an ACL injury. Tore his ACL in the playoff game between these 2 teams last January, which the Eagles won in Philadelphia. He's been out since. This is his first game back.
Well, he can plead his case all as one.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 21. Automatic first down.
The rules are clearly defined about pass interference. When your arm is on the back in that hooking motion right there, and see, it's still on his back, and you make a break on the ball, the flag is going to come out. It's called hooking. And that's one of the 6 terms of the way they break down pass interference.
It gives the Eagles a first down at the 20-yard line. And Reeves upset with the call. He was Staley in the backfield.
His backhand was hooked in the back of his jersey and shoulder pads.
McNabb feels pressure, throws incomplete. L.J. Smith, the intended receiver, the pass thrown too high. Smith has had a great game. The rookie from Rutgers, 6 catches, 97 yards.
Looks like he was just losing his balance there at the end.
2nd and 10. Ritchie and Buckhalter in the backfield for Philadelphia. Terrell Buckhalter cuts it back, fights his way up to the 24-yard line, picks up 4 on the play.
Another flag.
Check out that flag.
Well, that's going to come. They had Corey Hall was mixing it up a little bit there with John Ritchie at the end. And I think that might be the personal foul.
The play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit, defense, number 27.
That's Corey Hall.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that really hurts.
That may just be settling in now. It could just be frustration. Now, I will say this. The officials are calling a very, very tight game. I mean, they're tight about it.
That's a bad penalty to take. 3 wide receivers in for the Eagles, who now have the ball on their own 39-yard line. Penalties helping them up the field. Blitz coming. Out to Staley. Turns it into a big gain. Teron Bolden rides him out of bounds. And takes him down in front of the bench. Bolden is slow getting up. He runs back on the field.
He came out the sidelines. I think Dan Reeves is trying to scramble to get out of the way of all that stuff. He may have gone down. And everything for the Falcons has just been. There's Dan Reeves.
Dan got knocked down. His own man knocked him down. Ron Bolden.
Let me tell you something. Everybody's trying to knock Dan Reeves down. He'll always get that.
You're right about that. From the Falcons 48, Buckhalter turned the other way, went across the field, and got about 3 yards on the carry.
I think through that whole thing that got all messed up with how the translation was or whatever the story was people were trying to get out. The guy's been through a ton of injuries. He's had surgeries back in the days where they used to use Coke bottles to open you up. I mean, 10 knee surgeries as a player. And I think that what he was trying to relay the whole thing to Michael Vick was, when you're out, you got to stay out. You need to be doing football things. You don't want to miss a whole year. And I think that's what he was saying. We need to get him back out there. I mean, he needs to do football things.
Falcons coming with a blitz. McNabb lobs it out to Deuce Staley with a blocker in front of him. Staley down to the 35-yard line. Flag on the play. And there's going to be a penalty against the Eagles. So both teams drawing flags. Donovan McNabb has now gone.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's against Freddie Mitchell. Donovan McNabb is now over 300 yards passing in the game. 20 for 31. Wow. 309 yards. His 4th career 300-yard game. His first since September 19th of 2001. He'd gone 32 games since his last 300-yard game.
His ankle may have been bothering him from that injury from last year. There's no question about it. Some of the things that we saw and some of his mechanics earlier this year certainly weren't up to par. But I can tell you this. The reason we found out about it is because it's been healing pretty nicely. And because he certainly looks good right now.
2nd and long. Eagles have to get to the Falcon 37 for a first down. Brett Buckhalter taken down by Keith Newman. Seattle is home against Pittsburgh. JB, what's happening?
All right, Party, take a look at the first touchdown of that game, and it involved Matt Hasselbeck hooking up with Darrell Jackson, 14 yards for the first touchdown of the game. Seattle goes on to win it 23-16, staying atop the NFC West with a mark of 6-2. Back to Sam and the always tough Bill Moss.
Good job by the Seattle Seahawks. For Donovan McNabb, It's been like this. He's passed to 8 different receivers. He's rolled. He's thrown off balance. He's found his tight end. He's found his wide receivers. He's thrown deep. It's been a good day for Donovan.
And he's taken some hits.
Yes, he has.
And he's battled through any kind of pain he's had. And we saw him limping around earlier in the game on the sidelines. And this guy just keeps coming out and battling. And he makes no excuses. I mean, there's a lot of things that went wrong with Philadelphia in their passing game in the last 8 games. You know, a lot. Receivers not doing their jobs, line not giving protection all the time. Heck, and he may have even gotten gun shy with all the pain he's had and all the hits he was taking.
Big play here for the Falcons. They need a stop. Eagles have to get to the 37 for a first down. The rush is on. They stop the play. False start against Philadelphia. Another penalty.
Prior to the snap, false start. False start. Offense, number 89. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Chad Lewis.
You know, that little last series right here is something that, you know, the Eagles need to get ironed out, because first down here, Sam, and a field goal puts this game away. And the penalties and the mistakes here on this little series right here that we just saw, now they have this position right now with 3rd and long. And if they don't get it, they're going to be forced to punt with 3.5 minutes left to go in the game, and an opportunity at least for Atlanta to get back in.
10th penalty of the game for the Eagles. Lewis in motion. Chad Lewis. 3 wide receivers and Deuce Staley in. McNabb gets time, throws, and it's incomplete. Todd McBride broke it up, intended for James Thrash. The Eagles are forced to punt. And the Falcons will have one more chance to tie this game.
Philadelphia, I'll say this, as good as a day as they've had passing, they have left Atlanta hanging around. Close enough within striking distance. Now look at that play by McBride, not coming through the back of the receiver, but to the side.
Doug Johnson. Good high punt. Rossum goes over, takes it at the 6, wants to return. Goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Ike Reese. 43-yard punt, 5-yard return. The Falcons still have 2 timeouts. Doug Johnson is the quarterback. A strong-arm quarterback. He replaced Kurt Kittner. And the man they'd love to have in there is Michael Vick, standing in the background. But he's probably another 4 weeks away from returning. Doug Johnson 3 for 5, 57 yards.
Be interesting to see how this pans out now, and see if they've learned anything off the 2 previous drives where they got down inside areas that were within striking distance for the Falcons. If they get big plays, you know a blitz is going to follow.
3 wide receivers worked in the backfield. Tight end Alton Crumpler. Johnson completes it to Brian Finley. Turns it upfield. Gets a first down. Out of bounds up at the 27-yard line.
Is he out of bounds? They're not stopping the clock.
Thought he went out.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he went out. He went out of bounds. This clock is going. It's gone about 15 seconds. We're saying no.
Johnson again. Throwing incomplete. Intended for Jimmy Ferris. Exactly 3 minutes remaining. Let's take a look at that last play.
Well, let's see where he goes down and where, if he's touched down. This is Finneran. Gets both feet in and he starts heading up the boundary here. Let's see where he gets tackled.
Oh, no. Good call by the official. Knee came down in bounds. So the Falcons at the 27-yard line with a 2nd and 10. Trailing by 7. Down in the backfield. 3 wide receivers. Johnson. Being rushed, throws, and Crumpler juggled and couldn't hang on. Darwin Walker had a piece of Doug Johnson, but not enough to take him down.
Well, that shouldn't happen, what you just said. Darwin Walker. It's a great effort on Darwin Walker's part. Huge effort. But it shouldn't happen number-wise, because you only have 1, 2, 3 down linemen rushing. Now look at all these bodies you have in here. When you have 5 on 3, numbers tell you that that shouldn't happen. Darwin Walker's effort made that happen.
There's a big 3rd down play for Atlanta. Johnson throwing incomplete, too high for Peerless Price. Sheldon Brown was covering, and even had he caught it, we've been way short of the 1st down. It is now a 4th down, and the punting unit comes on. Falcons still have 2 timeouts remaining, but their offense is stalled in the 2nd half.
Well, I think given the field position, Sam, that this is a wise choice, because you have the opportunity here to make a big play in this return game, a hit, a fumble, a drop, or anything with Reno Mahi back there, who's new.
Moore's kick. Mahi takes it with a fair catch, and there's a flag. He came flying in on the far side. 46-yard punt. We'll check this one out.
Holding against Atlanta. I'm sorry, against Philadelphia. They're going to back Philly up here.
John Harbaugh was complaining to Terry McCauley about a face mask. Discussion continuing.
John Harbaugh, the special teams coach, in the upper right-hand picture there.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 29, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
It's Roderick Hood, the defensive back, the rookie out of Auburn.
You saw the jersey being extended out there.
Well, there's the face mask that John Harbaugh was complaining about. He wanted that call on Terrence Dunbar of Atlanta. Was not called. So the penalty sets the Eagles back to the 18-yard line. Atlanta with 2 timeouts, 2:40 remaining in the 4th quarter, and the Eagles with a 7-point lead. L.J. Smith in motion. Terrell Buckhalter finds the hole and gets across the 25. Good pickup on 1st down up to the 27-yard line. Picked up 9 on the play. 49ers with a big lead on St. Louis, with Tim Rattay at quarterback for the 49ers today. Falcons using 1 timeout, have 1 remaining. Keith Brooking looking to the sideline. There was a guy that nobody thought would play today. Keith Brooking found a way. Draft the leading tackler in the game. You mentioned a couple of names that this team misses. They really miss Sam Rogers, a good pass rushing linebacker.
Will Overstreet.
Will Overstreet is another one.
Reggie Kelly, who they lost in the offseason.
On the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Left as a free agent.
Correct.
2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Thrash in motion. Straight ahead. Buckhalter. Another good gain up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they
1st
gambled.
down Eagles.
They gambled. They tried to blow it up with a run blitz. They attacked the line of scrimmage and gambled on blitzing a hole that they thought that the ball might run at, but it was run in a different hole, and that when the linebacker blitzes and he's not in that vicinity, it opens up a lot, and that's what busted that open for the 1st down.
So the Falcons used their last timeout. They have the 2-minute warning coming up. They need to stop the Eagles and get the ball back. Tonight is the premiere of Laugh Out Loud night. King of the Hill, followed by The Simpsons again, Malcolm in the Middle, and Arrested Development. Laugh Out Loud night on Fox begins at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time.
Now, isn't Arrested Development, is that a concert? I mean, aren't they a band?
Well, it's
or is it a show?
It's a show.
Well, Arrested Development's also a band, isn't it?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, don't they play that song
that's
Heavy?
confirmed. Yeah? I wouldn't listen to that. Now,
Well,
you
no,
might.
you would. You'd know it if you recognize it. Yeah, if you've heard it, you'd know it, Sam. I think they're. Is that a concert they got on?
No.
It's a new show.
New comedy show.
Really?
Yes. Now you better watch.
I'll have to get home fast then.
On first down, Buckhalter fights his way up for about 3 yards, maybe 4, close to the 39-yard line. And we come down to the 2-minute warning. The Eagles holding on to a 7-point lead and trying to hold on to the ball.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by SBC, going beyond the call.
Whether they wear a tool belt or a necktie, SBC's nearly 170,000 employees, many of them third generation, are just working people, working their tails off, just so you can get on the phone and ask what's for dinner, or say ship 5,000 widgets to my warehouse. Most people take the old dial tone for granted. We don't. We can't. Ordinary people, extraordinary job. SBC, going beyond the call.
I got it, Coach Gruden. Hey, looks like you're a little close here. You think I could get some tickets to the game?
What do you think? If you really want tickets to the game, just use your Visa. It's the card you know they'll take everywhere you want to be.
Here we go.
Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Who can bring beauty back to life? HP Digital Imaging Technology helps the National Gallery in London save the world's masterpieces. HP. Invent.
Back here with 2 minutes remaining, the Philadelphia Eagles. Sam Rosen and Bill Moss welcome those of you who've been watching the San Francisco 49ers defeat the St. Louis Rams. Thanks for joining us. Here in Atlanta, the Philadelphia Eagles have a 23-16 lead on the Atlanta Falcons with 2 minutes remaining. Eagles have the ball, and the Falcons are out of timeouts. Well, Buckhalter stopped by Keith Brooking. Wrestled down at the 40-yard line. For those of you joining us, first half belonged to the Atlanta Falcons. But Donovan McNabb has come up with some big plays. He hit Freddie Mitchell for a touchdown. The Eagles led early 10-0. Falcons came back and took a 13-10 halftime lead. But Deuce Staley with a touchdown run, which was set up on 2 big passes to the tight end, L.J. Smith. And the Eagles regained the lead in the second half, which they've dominated.
So yeah, the big story has really been Donovan McNabb and the passing and how they came out in the second half and really took over this game.
Buckhalter tackled for a loss on third down. Following our game, we will have the SBC post-game show with JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy. Scores and highlights around the league, plus the Fox Sports ticker. Donovan McNabb, 20 for 32, 309 yards, 1 touchdown, an outstanding performance. Today's game was produced by Kevin McCloskey, directed by Bob Goosley. Normally, Kevin is our audio mixer, Bob is technical director, but we gave them extra work to do. They're Philadelphia guys. We had to do that for their family.
They did an outstanding job today, too.
The Eagles letting the time wind down as much as possible, and then they'll punt the ball away. Eagles looking for their 3rd win in a row, 5th in the last 6, and looking to keep pace with the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC East. The Cowboys have a 21-6 lead late in the game over the Washington Redskins in Dallas. If the Cowboys hold on, they'll go to 6-2. If the Eagles hold on here, they'll be 5-3. And upcoming, They go to Green Bay for a Monday night game. Then they'll be home against the Giants, home against New Orleans, and then go to Carolina. That's what's ahead for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fifth punt of the game coming up for Dirk Johnson. Long kick. Allen Rossum at the 10. Trying to get outside. He does. There's a flag on the play. Big return by Rossum. And he is tripped up by the kicker, Dirk Johnson, and falls out of bounds. But that whole thing could go for naught. There is a holding against the Atlanta Falcons. Illegal use of the hands is the call. 52-yard punt, 36-yard return. Rossum had a 72-yard punt return in the first half.
There are 2 fouls during the return. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 36. That penalty's declined. Holding, number 24 receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
The hold is on the rookie, Brian Scott. That's Allen Rossum, one-time Philadelphia Eagle. There's the penalty.
I don't know if that was a hold, Sam.
You didn't like that call?
No, I didn't like that call.
Okay. And the block in the back was declined. The hold was the one that's enforced.
I told you, the referees, the officials here have been calling a very, very tight game.
Joe DeCamillis.
Yeah, it's been real tight. I couldn't call that a hold if I was officiating that game. And that looked as good as a block, as a special team block as I've seen. When you're running backwards downfield and your guy's running forward and you're trying to get your piece, his hands were inside.
Falcons from the 7 with time running out. Doug Johnson throws, completes to Peerless Price. He's down at the 20. The Falcons cannot stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. Can they get a spike in and one more play?
Nope.
It's down to 1. And it's, let's see, we're waiting for the final word. That's it. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have held on to defeat the Atlanta Falcons, and once again, Dan Reeves is denied his 200th career coaching win. The Eagles have won 3 in a row, and 5 of their last 6. The Falcons have lost 7 in a row. We'll be right back.
GMC Sierra Extended Cab with more standard V8 horsepower than the new Ford F-150. Try as they might, they still can't catch us. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to. Sierra is the only full-size pickup available with OnStar.
So where do you suppose he was going? I think he's sitting at home and he says to himself, today's the day. Today I go for a little ride.
See, this just makes my day.
And that just made my day.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. Now at Sprint stores, get great deals on a wide selection of PCS Vision picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
A teapot, toy robot, some gadget they have not got. Toolkit, oven mitt, a pink polka dotted dress you hope fits. Goldfish in a bowl and a new fishing pole. Oh, and a doll that says goo for your little niece Sue. Grand total, $300. The perfect present for one and all, for ones who are big and ones who are small. Priceless. Use your MasterCard and you can win a trip to Universal Orlando.
Catch an encore presentation of the season premiere of 24, followed by an all-new episode. 2 full hours of 24. Fox Tuesday.
They had hoped it might be a matchup of two great quarterbacks, Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick, but Vick is still out. McNabb had a great day. UPS delivers a chance to win a big screen TV to watch the big game. Just log on to foxsports.com. UPS, what can Brown do for you? Donovan McNabb passed for 309 yards, 1 touchdown. Terrell Buckhalter rushed for 92 yards. Now an uncommon play from an uncommon perspective, brought to you by Wachovia. The only touchdown of the game for the Falcons in the first half, T.J. Duckett from ground level barrels in from 1 yard out. This uncommon perspective was brought to you by Wachovia. Together, we can achieve uncommon results. The Philadelphia Eagles, with a big second half, defeat the Atlanta Falcons 23-16 and go to 5-3. For Bill Moss, this is Sam Rosen. Now to the studio, to JB for the postgame show.
It's the SBC.